Hello? Is this working? Hello, hello? You guys type in the chat if this is working. I can't tell. This is my first time streaming. Let me sign into the web chat right now. Oh. It is working. Cool. How's everybody doing? Are my audio levels good? I can't tell if I'm yelling or not. Everything's good? You guys sound good? Oh, Scott, what's up, dude? Oh, you tuned in. How you been? Oh, damn. This is fun. Dude, I was nervous. Guys, this is my first time streaming. I've never been live before. So, I'm going all out. I shaved today. I cleaned my room. I had a shower. That's how important this is. It's like a first date. I was like sweating before I went live. I even put on pants. That's how you know it's special. If I put on pants, it's going down. It's a big event. Yeah, so Scott went to university with me. It's good. It's good. Cool. This is exciting. Damn. Okay, I'm just gonna let everyone kind of get into the chat first. But I'll tell you guys what's going on. We're going to record a YouTube video live. I'm going to be doing a time lapse. So I'm going to try and do an intro live. If you guys don't know, when I record these videos, it's like me alone in a room at like 1 a.m. And I just do like 50 takes. I like fuck up all my takes until I get one good take. So I decided I'd challenge myself and do it live and see if I can get a good take. So I'm going to do a YouTube intro. I'm probably going to ignore you guys for like a little bit. And then I'll kick it off, and then we'll do it. Does this sound good? How many people? Oh, Alex, what's up, dude? What's going on? It doesn't tell me how many people are in chat, which is probably a good thing. Oh, 35. Okay, I'm new to all this. 35 people are in here. Cool. So I think hopefully I see your name right, Jorge. There's always a delay from every streamer I've ever seen. It always seems like there's a delay. I've never not seen like a delay on chat. So I'm not sure if that's like a thing you can fix or not, but every streamer I've ever seen has at least like a 10-second delay on the chat, or like 5 seconds. King Max, how's it going in Australia? It's cold as hell where we are. Not that I go outside, but apparently when I went upstairs and looked out the window, it was snowing. It was like minus 20 degrees Celsius, which is like minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. When will the next playtest happen? We're going to try and do it every couple weeks, I think, which is kind of exciting for us. But we want to have new features every time we run a playtest. So the reason we selectively choose people is because we don't want to burn testers. And what that means is when you play the game for the first time, you go into the game with this preconceived notion of what it is, but you haven't actually built any mental maps around what it looks like, how it works, and then it's kind of like muscle memory. So when you pick up the game, you actually learn how to play the game, and your brain just automatically like reconfigures itself and builds context around how you play the game. And that changes the next time you play the game. So when we're testing, we want to see how you react the very first time when you have a fresh slate on how you think about the game. So that's why we roll it out to only a certain set of people, because every time we do a feature update, we need that fresh perspective. Okay, let's get going. Yeah, let's do it. Hey, everybody. All right, I'm going to try this YouTube intro. I'm going to hide the chat on my stream, and then I'm going to try and do this fucking intro. And we'll see if we can get it right first try. I'm a little nervous, but that's okay. Nothing like a little challenge. Hey from Germany. Hey. Okay, here we go. How's everybody doing? Hello from YouTube. Today, I'm going to show you the best method to making isometric vector art. If you followed any YouTube tutorial, they've been lying to you. You have been scammed. You have been conned. You've been duped. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But what I'm going to show you today is what's called the SSR method. It's called the scale, shear, and rotate method. And it's super, super simple. All you do all you do is if you take an object let's say we have a square. All you do is you hit a button and it transforms it into the isometric perspective that you want. And the reason this is so good is it because in Illustrator and any other program, working in isometric space is hard. It's hard to make details, and it's slow if you're working in this perspective. But if you're working on a flat surface with squares in Illustrator, you could do all sorts of things. You can build really complex objects really, really quickly. Now, I've tried everything under the sun. Seriously, I've tried everything. I've tried hexels, I've tried Illustrator working on grids, which most of the YouTube tutorials show you. But this, in my 3.5 years of working professionally with isometric art, this is by far the best way. So today, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you how to set this up really quickly, and then we're going to create a piece of art using it. What up, Adam Kammer? God damn! All my friends who have never commented in my chat ever are showing up. That's hype. How's it going, dudes? That's the intro. I can turn the chat box back on. Whew. Hype. Okay, so that's the intro. That's what we're doing today. So I'm going to be working in Illustrator. Obviously, that's my program of choice. And now we don't need this, but let's move forward with this tutorial. So this is obviously for the YouTube video, so I'm going to fly through this real quick, because if you're on YouTube, you could just record it, pause it, you know, do whatever you want. So this is what we're going to do. Open a new document and pull up Windows Actions. So I have mine already here, and I'm just going to hide the. I'm just going to move this here just so everyone can see it nicely. Here are my actions. So there's 6 of them. The top, left, and right. That transforms one top. Let me. Can this be used in pixel art? I believe so, but I don't really work in pixel art. Okay, so let me create some squares again. So this is the top one, just for reference. Whoop. Look at that. This is the left one. Whoop. Nice. And this is right. So now you can see these are the 3 transformations. The uniso top, the uniso left, and the uniso right transforms it back to a square. So you can go back and forth without having to worry about losing your progress, which is really nice. So how do you set those up? It's really easy. All you need to do is here, you click button mode. This takes you into the default actions, but you can also create your own folder and record certain actions. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to create a folder here. This is just tutorial. I'm going to create a new action here called ISO top. Record. So here, if I actually have a... This might screw it up. Okay, let me pause this recording for a second. I first need a square. You got to create a square first. We're going to create a square up here. Let me just move this so everyone can see it. We're going to create a square here. Then we're going to hit the record button. And then I'm going to do these transformations. So I right click, transform, and first, if you can see in the top right hand corner of the screen, I hit scale. And from scale, I just type in these values. So 186.062. Nothing to it. Do it again, transform, shear, and 30 degrees. So I'm just following along with the thing on the side. Transform, last thing is rotate. That's the SSR method, 30 degrees. So you can see this one is minus 30. And there we go. We have a top animation. And all you're going to do is just record them for all of them. And once you're done, you hit stop. And now you have an action. And when you're done recording all of the different ones, go back to button mode. And now, once you click the button, it goes. It just runs. So that's it. That's like 2 seconds of setup for an entire method to do isometric vector art, which is awesome. Okay. Hey, Blobfish. What's up? What's up, Astro? How's everyone doing? Gersh, how's it going? Gersh. Yeah, it's my first time. This is my first time streaming, so I'm kind of excited. Okay, so that's the tutorial in a nutshell. That took like no time at all, which is pretty sweet. Let's get into the more advanced stuff, which is way more fun. So I get a lot of YouTube comments on how I do it, how I should do it. So I figured I'd go live and actually show my method for making isometric vector art. So when I work, I actually have two windows open, and I'm going to move the actions button off the screen just because it's cleaner. That way you can see my pretty face. So the way I do it is I work on two different layers. I'm going to work on my items layer 1, my items work layer 2. And they're very specific documents that I use for two different things. So this is what I want. This one's kind of my like free form. I can do anything I want in here, kind of little notepad. This items work layer 2. This one specifically forces you into certain increments of pixels. So I think this one does 10 pixels at a time. So you can see if I zoom in, it locks it onto the screen. So the reason I do this is because it forces you into really, really nice increments. That way everything lines up really, really nicely. So for example, like in my game, 100 by 100 here, like, so if I did this 100 by 100, that's 1 meter in my game. So if you're making games, isometric is same length lines at 30 degrees angles, right? Yeah. I'm also getting used to reading the chat. So a little bit about me, I'm a really poor multitasker. So I was nervous doing this because doing two things at the same time is not what I'm good at. I'm pretty sure I zone out most of the time when I'm working and have no idea what's going on for the rest of the world. So we're gonna try it today and see how it goes. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you how to set up this document because this document's great, especially for games. So if you're just doing art for the art's sake, you don't need this level of accuracy, but in games, it really makes a huge difference because if you import stuff into Unity, you get all these weird lines if everything doesn't match. So it's actually really, really easy. You go Edit, Preferences, Guides and Grid, and just set grid line every 100 meters. And you could set the subdivisions, and that's really it. That's all you need to set up this document, and you're good to go. Okay, and that's it. That's everything we have. Yeah, gotta go have fun. See you later, Play to Troll. Thanks for coming. So now, let's make some art. How's that sound? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually record my screen. I just need to duplicate this. So here's a fun fact. It turns out that if you open two of the same thing, I believe, you could actually duplicate the windows. If you're recording at all. Oh, it's not working. Just kidding. Technical difficulties. I don't know if it's not working. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so here's what we're going to be making. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. I have a piece of paper here. I'm actually not going to scan it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it live. Let's see. Can you guys see my screen? Just me. Boom. Can you guys see this? Look at that. This is what we're going to be drawing. The intro screen to our game. Yeah, this is a first time stream. We're just winging it. Make an isometric vector fish. Oh, what's up, blobfish? How you doing? How you doing? I don't think we're going to make a fish today. Okay, so we're going to be creating what's called an assembly line. So in our game, we have this very disposable main character here, who's actually an android. We're not spoiling anything. You learn right off the bat that you're a very disposable android. And then, oh, chat's going on. Bye everyone. Bye Nagi. See you later. So your very disposable android is he's one of a million. There's a ton of different androids that get sent to the surface, and basically your job is to go to the surface to do a mission. And so we're going to create an intro screen that basically sets everything up. It shows the assembly line of all the different androids going to the surface. So let's get going. So the first thing I'm going to do, the first thing I like to do is I like to rough stuff out just to kind of get a sense of what's going on. I don't worry about isometric perspectives in the beginning. I typically work in black and white. And if I just want to kind of get a sense for general lines, I can create something like this. And then I can just sort of wing it. But I'm just going to block some stuff out. I'm just going to figure out just kind of how it looks and the general scope of things. So yeah, this looks okay. I'm gonna resize him to be about there. Look at my notes here. So this, I already created this. This is already done. So I'm just gonna throw him in. That's a bit of a cheater freebie for me. What's up, Isaac? How you doing? Okay. Could you please come back to Microsoft? I feel you were starving. I don't think I could do it, man. We're almost done with this game. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Don't quote me on that. And we... Oh, you can't see my screen? Hold on, hold on. Oh, you're totally right. I goofed up. Thank you. Holy, chat's going nuts. Oh, it just caught up. Okay. Can I scale this down? This is way too big. Thanks for letting me know. That's awkward. Cool. Okay. Okay. We're back on track. Man, how long was that? How long was I just talking to myself? Just my face. Was that a good solid couple of minutes? I wonder how long this delay is. Okay, can you guys just put like thumbs up in the chat or like a single letter in the chat so I know how long the delay is? Just type the letter E. I'm just going to type the letter E. That way we'll see how long the delay is. Oh, that is pretty long. Okay. It's not that bad, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. Okay. It's about a minute. It's about 35 seconds-ish. Okay, sounds good. All right, let's get going. Let's do it. So I'm just going to basically rough this out. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of sketching out different ideas. I already have kind of a general sense of what I want. So I want to create kind of an assembly line where they're all hanging from this giant top bit. Almost like a production line where they're just hanging off. Kind of like... Looks a little like this. And they have a secondary back piece here. And then this back piece goes here. So there's two pieces. I'm going to send this back. Okay, and then maybe I'll do like a nice sort of long holder bit here. That looks about right. And then if I zoom in, I want to give him like, have you guys played what's it called, Inside? That game is dope, where they all hang from there. You guys just typing E in chat? I can't tell if this delay is so long that you guys are just typing E in chat or if you guys are just trolling. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, so Inside, basically they got those little like head cup things. I might do that because that's really sweet. I really like that. So I was thinking our character might be subject to some of those head catcher things. So they're all hanging off of this. Yeah. And then maybe his head's going to be kind of plugged in here. And then let's see. This looks good. This looks all right. Well, it looks like ass, but I'm just planning it. That's kind of the point. That's what I'm going for here. So when I'm roughing out details, I don't worry at all about the niceness. Is really just to get kind of general shapes and size, just to kind of get a feel for what it's going to look like. The last thing you want to do is create a really detailed piece of art and then have it, have it end up look like shit from a high level perspective. So you got to start big. It's kind of like a funnel. Yeah. Look at this nice little cup head design thing. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Okay, and I might even make this a little smaller. I might even make this like... Oh, what's up, Kyle? Yeah, so I added Kyle as a mod, so if you make him mad, you'll get timed out. So just so you know, he has full power to do whatever he wants. If you guys don't know, Kyle's my partner in crime. He's our main lead programmer. He's my main man when it comes to programming. We've been working together for a super long time. I think eight years now. Plus we went to school together. The whole chat is message deleted. Yeah, Kyle struck the ban hammer. He let the people know he doesn't like it when you spam E. Okay, so here's kind of the general. This kind of is a little big, but it's not super big. I was thinking maybe I'll move it back a little bit. Yeah, he needs to be about here. And then maybe I'll give him a little pad, like a push pad. ISO left. I'll move this behind him. He's got a little push pad here. Sweet. I kind of like that. How do you get the view right without a grid? Shadow Rose, can you expand on what you mean by that? How many, RJ Prevendito says, how many of you are in the team? We actually just hired someone. So there's 3 of us now. His name is Francois, and he is from Montreal. He's from Quebec. He lives in Montreal right now, but he's moving. But he's originally not from Montreal. He's from somewhere else. Sherbrooke, I believe. Hopefully I'm allowed to tell people online where he lives. But yes, we just hired someone, so now we're a team of 3, which is very exciting. Not that I don't like Kyle. We've spent a lot of time together. But it's nice to have a 3rd person in the team. So if you join our Discord, hey, Francois, what's up? The whole team's here. The whole squad's listening. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm getting distracted here. Okay, let me think. What else is going on in terms of this piece of art? Yeah, all Canadian squad. There's a lot of good reasons for having an all Canadian squad outside of us being really, really nice. We get good tax benefits for having an all Canadian squad. The Canadian government promotes hiring Canadians. They want us to stick together. So we try and do that. Okay, so the blocking out process for at least the general concept is kind of done now. And this looks kind of shitty, but that's okay, because I'm just going to duplicate these bad boys. So now you can see this is the concept that I'm going for. How do I join your Discord? Great question. If someone in chat wants to send them a Discord link, feel free. Stapler Production says, wow, nice art. Oh, bro, thank you. The greatest piece I've ever done. I'm very, very proud. Okay, so now we have our assembly line kind of figured out. This is looking half decent. I want to have some extra stuff happening in the background, like cables and cords. So let's do that. So I'm going to add some really long sort of cable cord lines here, coming down from the top. And then I was thinking these cords and cables will maybe look like this, and then here and there. Whoa, what was that? I got a notification. What the fuck was that? Someone subscribe or follow? This screen is really tiny. I can't actually see what just happened, but I heard a notification. So thank you for whatever that was. Oh, I got another one. What is happening? Can someone in chat tell me what just happened? I can't actually see. Like the little, if I could show you here. This is what it looks like on my screen. Like it's beyond small. Just because I want to keep my Illustrator open. Okay. Angelo said, question, about the 10 permanent playtesters, what are you planning to do with them if you only need fresh playtesters? That's not true. So we don't actually just need fresh playtesters. Sometimes it's nice to have repeat testers that get put in different categories. But for the most part, yeah, we're looking for fresh repeat testers. Fresh testers. The repeat testers are great for finding optimization bugs. So they can like rip through and see, you know, if things have changed sort of over time. So that's kind of their role. And we want to support the people who have been here for a long, long time. So they get to just kind of play the game and enjoy it as well. Okay. Wouldn't it be better to do the details first and then duplicate it? Yeah, I will be doing that. I'm gonna delete all of this eventually. But right now I'm just trying to get a whole. Oh, they're subbing to my channel. Okay. Oh, thanks for the subs, guys. Weak bones. Weak bones. I drink a lot of milk. I just don't advertise it. That's not my shtick. Apparently my shtick are PP jokes, because that's the lowest form of humor. That's where I'm at right now. Is the easiest, lowest form of humor. Have I wishlisted Carlson on Steam? Absolutely. I think Danny's a genius. I have been studying him and what he's done for a long, long time. So from a game developer's perspective, I think he's one of the smartest dudes out there. You know, a kid without like development experience in a professional setting to go and do what he's done is incredibly impressive. Just if you look at all of his videos, because I study it in a different sense. I look at it, you know, from a sort of business perspective. Everything is very intentional with him. Like you can tell that the videos he creates, how he creates them, is intentionally designed for growth. He's paying attention to what the big streamers are doing. He's also looking at his game. I mean, he's just doing everything right, which is incredibly difficult to do. It's really impressive. This Iskoi fight. Dude, Danny, I bet Danny, I don't know how tall he is. I bet he's like 6'4". I bet he would crush me. I'm a very small human being. I'm 5'7". That's a fun fact about me. Collab? He's too big for me. Dude, I'm a blip on the radar right now. But that's okay, because I have, you know, we have our own team. We're doing our own thing. And the nice thing about, you know, video games is they don't really compete with each other, in my opinion. I think the better video games do, the better everybody does. Okay, let's see. We need to add a couple other things before we keep going here. I want to add some like massive structures in the back. So these will be all the way in the background, as if this were in like some endless scene here. Check this out. This is one of the best parts about doing the isometric art, the SSR method. Is if you want to make cylinders in any other method, good fucking luck. But with this, I can create cylinders easily. So here, let's see. I could set my width to, let's say, 800. And then I could just create width 800, height, let's say 100. So now I have this guy perfectly lined up. Now I have a cylinder. Look at that. Isn't that nice? What's your opinion on orange juice? I love orange juice. I'm a huge orange juice fan, but I don't drink it very much anymore because it's full of sugar. All right. Okay. Let's keep going. So we have a bunch of cylinders here. So this is kind of a big cylinder, kind of in the back. I might throw him, let's say here. And then maybe I'll do another really, really big one that kind of towers over in the back here. These are going to be all the way in the back, like super faded. I'm just going to turn them down a little bit. Then maybe I'll make a skinnier one. Like here. These are probably too close. Yeah, that looks okay. I'm going to make this way skinnier. How's my voice volume, by the way? Am I, like, I feel like I'm like part whispering, part yelling. Doodlecat asked if I like orange juice. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So for those that are new on the chat, I don't know how many people have joined the chat. I'm making a piece of isometric vector art in Illustrator for our game. It's an intro. Milk Gang. I like both. I like both. I don't choose sides. Okay. And then I want one more smaller one, even smaller. Add a bunch of pipes here. Okay. Struggling. We're struggling. There we go. Okay. It's a good volume. Okay. Have I played Five Nights at Freddy's? Hell yeah, I have. Okay. Now we need some stuff in the bottom here. I'm trying to think. So I got my chords up in the front. That's a good level. I'm also going to have chords kind of running up and down here. Then maybe I'll have... That'll be good. So my chords will be here. And then maybe I'll add like some holders here. These will hold the actual structure up. So I'll do one here, and then maybe I'll do, I don't know, one here. This will be absolutely massive. So we're going to see a lot of levels and layers of things in each of the chats. And then I might just leave this empty. So there's this huge abyss in the bottom that feels very kind of scary if you fall off the assembly line. That looks good. Okay. So now I'm just going to do it dirty. And I'm just going to... I'm gonna group this. Oh, don't be like that. I'm gonna group this. Maybe I'll have one all the way in the back, like really faded down here. So you can kind of get the sense of like this infinite assembly line. Okay. Oh, select. Okay, opacity. Okay. I like this. This got good structure. So what do you guys think? Let me read the chat for a second. Will says, I wish I could move on from Adobe. They suck money out of your soul, and I haven't found a good alternative for everything I need. Yeah, I'm so embedded in the Adobe space that I don't think I could afford to leave because it would cost me way too much time. I'm just like so proficient in Illustrator and Photoshop and Lightroom and Premiere Pro that switching would be a huge time sink, and I just don't think I have the time to do that. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, it's done. That's it. Thanks for showing up, everybody. It was a great stream, and we'll see you next time. Okay, now we're ready to add details, and this is the best part. This is the part that I really like doing is details. So we got a good structure. We got some background stuff. We got some cables holding in. But the nice thing about blocking, and this is why I always do it like this, is when I'm done, I could duplicate this object. I'm just gonna move it up screen here. And now I can go back to my actions. I'm gonna pull this back in. I'm gonna un-ISO left. So now everything is flat, and we have a decent idea of the sizes of each piece, if that makes sense. So now I can just sort of duplicate all these, and we have an assembly line that covers the entire screen. And I could probably even make this bigger just so it goes across the screen really nicely. Also, I'll probably make this even longer. So right now, I don't know, it's super teeny tiny up in the top here, but it shows my width. And currently it's 578. I'll type that out for you guys if you can see it. No, okay. Oh, that is so small. That is infinitely smaller than I expected it to be. Okay, well, we're going to skip that. It's 578 pixels wide. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I'll probably make it, let's say 700. Wait a second. 5,000, sorry. It's 5,000 long. So we will make it, let's say 6,000 pixels long. I'm just going to type that out. Hold on. Technical difficulties. 1, 2, 3. 6,000. There we go. Okay, so this is about right. And then, how tall is this? I can generally guess it here. That is, height-wise, this bad boy is, what's it saying? 2,000? 658. Really? Let's try it. Let's do 100 by 2,658. No, that's wrong. It's probably 2,256. Nope. 256. Okay. This is totally wrong. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Oh, it's grouped with something else. Okay, something's causing it to trip. That's why. Okay. What is it? Oh, Illustrator might be bugged. Unless this, what is that? Illustrator's totally bugged. So I'm gonna read the chat while this trips out, because that's not great. I might have to restart Illustrator, which is not ideal. Oh, what's up, Andrew? So Andrew is another game developer, and he's working on a game called Tadpole Tales, which just came out on Steam the other day, and a bunch of really big streamers played it. So while I restart Illustrator, because my shit is absolutely tripping, we're gonna play this. We're gonna show off Andrew's game. Hell yeah! I'm not gonna play sound, but move this. Check it out. Omar, thanks for asking. The next vlog is actually almost done. I'm just recording a couple more clips, and then we're good to go. So I'm just kind of doing some final passes. Tadpole Tales is awesome. Look at the art. The art is so good. Oh, Gersh. I posted some chat. Yo, Reese, what's up? It's Reese Geoffroy. I've been practicing saying French last names because Francois, I can't say his name right yet, but his obviously his name is French because he's in Quebec. Okay, I'm just restarting Illustrator because it was acting kind of funky. For those that are new in the chat, I'm creating a piece of art for our intro game, and I was showing off Tadpole Tales. Since we're getting everything set up, I don't know, is Monster Tribe available yet? Monster Tribe on stream. What's up? Will the player need to sacrifice themselves to finish the heart box? No spoilers. I'm not gonna talk about anything story related or game related. I'm just gonna talk about what you know publicly. That way I don't put myself into a rabbit hole where you guys can guess what's gonna happen in the game. Okay, I'm just loading stuff up in Illustrator. Monster Tribe is another game from Reese, who is a YouTuber who's in the same community. We try and keep all the YouTubers, you know, tight-knit group. Oh, 25K. Yeah, thanks, man. It's kind of crazy. We got 25,000 subscribers recently, which is really, really exciting. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of people. Oh, I gotta close Steam. I can't have any of my private chats showing up. Not that anybody talks to me. Don't look at the Steam page. Do you have another page to show people off while I get everything ready? Okay, just kidding. I'm ready now. Here we go. We're back in it. Hopefully it's not tripping on me. Okay, now things are working. Thank the Lord. Okay, where were we? So I'm just, right now what I'm doing is I've blocked everything out, and now I'm converting everything back to flat space. And then I'm going to use that to measure everything out first. And then we're going to create details in this flat space, and then we're going to convert it back into isometric space. So that's what we're going to be doing. So this right now is about 100 pixels tall. So I'm going to do, and this one is 6,000 wide. So I can just type this in. 100 pixels tall, by 6123 by 100. And now these just line up. I don't have to worry about, you know, snapping anything or, you know, doing details like that. It's already good to go and ready. So now I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna take these general measurements here. So the width is about 500, the height's about 130. So I'm gonna do 500 by 130-ish. So now we have this piece, and I'm gonna start coloring them as well. I'm just gonna use temporary colors. That way they're easier to distinguish. This one is 390 by 110. So I'm gonna do 400 by 100. That's a good size. This one's gonna be blue. This guy, I'm gonna just do the flat bits. Actually, you know, let's do this guy now. So using my actions again, I'm gonna un-ISO left. That was wrong. I'm gonna ISO left. Yes, that's right. That's right. And then I'm gonna un-ISO right. There we go. Are you going to upload this? Yes, I am. I'm going to cut everything down from the time-lapse that I'm creating and put it into a YouTube video. Question, what is the heart box? The heart box is the main power source in the world. So the first thing that happens when you go into the surface is you're given a task to restore the heart box. That's the very first thing that happens. And your whole goal is to discover what it's about and why you're doing it. Thank you. Oh, you love my art. Thank you. Well, let me tell you, this is the best. This is the best you get, man. This is why they pay me the big bucks. This is the finished art piece already. You missed the whole stream, my dude. This is our cover art for Steam. We're done. So I'm just wrapping up the stream right now because we just finished everything. I'm kidding. We're just starting. So we're basically just blocking everything out right now, trying to figure out sizes and proportions. So I'm just getting everything kind of ready on ISO, right? Okay. That's right. Okay, so this is 140 by 300. Now this is a little painstaking, but this is kind of how it goes. Yeah, that's okay. All right. What's the baddestest word you know? Danny. He's the baddest motherfucker around. Even though I don't know him. I don't know him at all. But the whole chat's been joking about Danny. Yeah. Venus. So in my last video, I made a bunch of jokes. And I didn't tell anybody. But I have so many comments of people using the word penis, like the full word, and they're all getting removed by YouTube and getting like I don't know, like ghost banned by YouTube. And I forgot to tell everybody you can't type that word in the comments. So I'm pretty sure I would have like 500 extra comments in the last video if YouTube wasn't banning everybody. But yeah, so don't type that in the comment section because YouTube removes them. It's pretty funny though. I get a kick out of it because I know that you guys are typing in it. Okay. So check this out. This is the other thing that's super nice about this. I'm creating sides for this piece here. And so instead of typing all this out, once I get one height already, I could just drag it over and I can adjust the size as much as I want. And now this here is my right side. It's going to be the front. So those are all ready. So now I'm just going to take this guy. He is, what is this? He's about 420 by 100. So I'm going to do 100 by, let's say, 450. 450 works for me. That's a nice value. So this is this guy right here. I'm going to make this purple, just so everybody in the chat knows what I'm creating and why I'm doing everything I'm doing. Hey, Daniel. How's it going? What's up? Yes, Penn Island. Gersh, if you want, I'll special make you an NFT and only sell it to you. If you don't know, Gersh has been a huge friend of the channel and our studio. He's helped us out a ton. So if you want this, Gersh, you just let me know. I'll hand print you a copy and I'll send it to you. I'll mail it to you. Okay, let's keep going. I see Reese every time I tune into Reese's stream, he always says that he like doesn't get anything done, and now I totally understand. It is so much harder to get progress done while people are in the chat. Okay, let's see. The struggle bus is real. Okay, so the width on this one is about 156, so I'm just going to make this about, let's see. I'm going to make this about 150. That seems wrong. That seems way wrong. Make this way wider. Let's make this about 200. It's a nice name to say, though. NFT. Non-fungible tokens. It's a great name. Yeah. I totally see what you mean, Reese. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know how the fuck people do it. Okay, cool. Everything else is looking okay. So let me show you. Let me quickly take a detour just to show you what I mean. Why I'm doing all of this. So I'm going to move. I'm just going to duplicate everything so I could just easily delete it when I'm done. But now I'll show you the power of actions. So I'm going to create, these guys are all my left pieces. So I'm just going to go ISO left. And now you can kind of see these bad boys are ready. Like instantly, I just go ISO right. And now they line up, they just snap in perfectly. Look at that. So the reason this is so good is because in Unity, if I want to actually create like 3D objects, right? If you have a 3D cube and you want to map sides to it nicely, if you're working in isometric space, you can't map them. Like this wouldn't map nicely onto a cube. But by splitting them up to flat pieces, you can actually, you know, map them in 3D space, which is really, really nice. And we actually do that quite a bit in our game. So that's part of the reason why we're doing what we're doing. So then I'm just going to bring this back underneath. This guy is here. So there we go. And if I want to create a top, I just un-ISO this, and you can kind of see my space is 500. It's 500 by 500. And then I just go ISO top. Bada bing, bada boom. And we have a top. So that's it. This is confusing. I know, Max. I'm going to have a tutorial, so it's all going to be one YouTube video tutorial. So it should make like a hell of a lot more sense when you actually watch it, because you can go back and watch it all at the same time. It's witchcraft, I know. So this I feel like needs to be a little bit longer. So this is nice. I can just sort of play around and make sure everything looks good. So after I've blocked it out, this is the original block out. Now I can work with closer shapes and just kind of get a feel for what it looks like before I add like a ton of detail. Just wait until I start adding details, because the details is really what makes it special, and it's so fast. It's really sick. But the blocking out process definitely is a little time consuming, but it's super important to kind of get everything right first. You really don't want to have to go back and fix anything, because that sucks. That's terrible. Okay. So I'm going to keep moving this back. That's about right. So, and then I'm going to take my little character here. Oh, nope. I'm just going to ISO left. How are you guys liking the stream so far? Obviously this is my first time doing it. How is it? Is it enjoyable? Is there anything you would change so far in our almost an hour? It's almost been an hour. Holy guacamole. Is this too intense? I feel like he's hanging too far. I feel like he should be more here. Are you going to add explosions in the game? There's definitely explosions, my man. Daniel asked if I'm going to add explosions. Oh yeah. There's explosions. Hey, thanks, Gersh. Big booms. We need big booms. Okay. Check this out. So if I want to scale, this is the other thing that's super nice. I can just easily select the top bits of this bad boy and just like scale them as big as I want. So once you have your proportions correct, you could just add and create whatever you want. The issue is when you want to scale out this way, getting this to be totally correct is just goddamn impossible. But up and down in the right proportions is totally doable. So that's why using all these methods is so nice. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. That pusher's about right. SA Solo says, it's irrelevant, but I have to say the raining was super freaking cool. Did you get to play a copy of the game? Oh, you're just watching from the vlog. Yo, Astro, thanks so much for coming, my dude. Astro's a mod in our Discord, and he's been a huge help, so I appreciate him coming through. He's always around. Melanie McLean is in the chat. What's up, Mel? What's going on? Hopefully I didn't make you embarrassed by calling you out, but I'm going to call you out. So, hey, thanks for stopping by, Reese. Reese, Geo, dude. Jeffrey, Jeffois. Thanks for coming in. Okay. Let's keep going, because I keep fucking getting distracted by chat. So now we have our block out. This is looking pretty good. I'm kind of happy with this. This might be a bit too big, so I might make this a little bit smaller. So I'm going to do it dirty, and I'm just going to... Yeah, that's better. And here. I'm going to make it a cube, yeah. Kind of a even square going down. Mr. Geographois. I like that. That's a good one. I hope they keep that in his podcast next time. Okay, I'm happy with this. This is good. This ain't bad. Wait, it's Monday. Minecraft Monday. Not for me. Every day is Atrio day. It's Atrio Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's my life. Okay. Sorry, I've been going slow, but now we're here. This is looking good. I like this. This is good. So I'm just gonna make this. I'm gonna check these proportions now. I'm gonna uniso right. I moved everything to about 122. So I'm going to make this 125. I like to work with kind of even proportions. It's not quite square. Should I make it square? No, this is fine. I could make it square. Should I make this pillar square? Like even on each side? If I'm going to do it. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm crazy like that. Dude, you can't stop me. I'm nuts. I'm out of control. All right. Will the devlog appear on April 1st? No, probably not. It'll probably be way sooner than that. Oh, wait. No, shit. Wait. What day is it? Maybe. I totally lost track of time. It's March 29th. Maybe. Maybe it will. It's close. It's really, really close. And plus, we'll get this video as well, which is kind of sweet. In Austria, it's Monday. Hey, welcome from Austria, King Max. All right. Detail time. Let's get some colors in here. So I have a color palette already. So I did a first version eons ago. And I kind of figured out color palettes, but it wasn't very impactful. Like when you look at it, it sort of was kind of flat and not very sexy. So this was kind of my first pass where I had everyone on an assembly line. But they're standing and it just sort of looks like they're actual real people, but I wanted them to look like robots, more robotic. So I'm going to steal this color palette because I kind of like this. And I'm just going to recolor everything first. So these top guys are going to be, we'll make him here and then here, and then I'll do, we'll brighten him a little bit. And I'm going to choose the colors a little bit later, but I just kind of want to get a general color palette figured out. So we're going to go with dark gray because that's sort of my thing. Yunez, how's it going? Is it mind controlling device or STH? I don't know what STH is, but it's probably just going to be like some sort of device that holds them in place. Because they actually plug in from the back. Okay. So now that we have this, I'm kind of ready. So I had this idea. That this was going to be a screen where you can kind of see the status of each of them. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to make this a screen. So we're going to move over to my work layer here. This is my second layer where I can kind of do really fine detailed work. And we're going to add some details here. So this is the fun part. This is the part that I like the most is adding details. So I already have in here a couple of already preset blocks and shapes that I use in all of my art. So I'm gonna drag some stuff over that I think would be cool and would really help contribute to this. So I'm gonna grab one of you, some bits and bobs, maybe. Let me think here. Yeah, I want one of you here. Maybe I'll add some vents. Okay. So now I have some working pieces. So check this out. I'm gonna take this guy, and I'm gonna make it bigger, just like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna bring him on top. Okay. I'm just gonna make him bigger like this. I'm actually gonna make him taller as well. Oh, hold on. Illustrator's tripping on me. This is not how it usually works. Okay. And then I'm probably just going to make this way, way deeper. I want this screen to be deeper inside. Yeah, okay, that works. Pro tip in Illustrator. I don't know if you guys ever use Illustrator, but if you have two overlapping pieces and want to get rid of an outside piece, you hit Shift M and you can just delete it. Just so nice. So now we have a screen. I'm just going to make this black. And in here, let's say it's going to say employee number 3123. That's my default employee number that I use for pretty much everything. I'm going to center it. I'm going to make it about 150. Too big. 100. Too big. 60. Too big. 40. Just right. Okay, cool. The font I use is Nevis Bold. I use this for absolutely everything. I try and keep a consistent font style throughout the entire project. That way looks kind of nice. And in fact, I don't want these top bits, so I'm just gonna delete them. So now it's just this screen is sunk in to the actual part of the metal box here. Okay, cool. This looks good so far, but it doesn't look like a screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a little bit of glass reflection here. We're gonna set it to white. Semi-opacity to maybe 10. And then I'm going to duplicate this a couple times. Maybe I'll make a really fat one as well. Nice. How's this looking? It's not bad. That's not bad. And then I'm going to make this just a little bit offset gray. Cool. Okay. Button time. I love adding buttons and stuff. So this guy, I'm going to make him really small, but I'm going to put him on here. Move my buttons up top. So these buttons are going to go on top. And I'm probably not going to keep these colors, but for now, these are my default colors, so I'm just going to stick with them. As you can see, because I have all these preset little buttons and stuff, we already have a pretty solid setup here. This is nice. Okay. So to check to make sure everything's centered, I don't know if I'm doing this right. This one I kind of just wing, but if it's 500, I can just split it in half. I'll make this bright blue. If I drag this over, you can kind of see, I just check to make sure everything's centered. You can see that it's really close to being centered. So if I just grab everything, group it together, now everything's perfectly centered. Everything looks good. And I'll just keep this here just in case I want to recenter anything else. Okay. Now this is my top screen. I could probably add more details. In fact, I'm probably going to do that right now. So I already have this preset circle here, but it is way, way too big. So I'm just going to grab them, make them way bigger. And yeah, that looks good. That looks all right. I'm just going to set them to black. Oh, no, let's not do that. Okay, black. Drag them up top here. One or two more small details, and then we should be okay. I want like a couple lines here. I want this to be like a darker gray. Yeah, looks good. And I can just chop this off. I've been totally ignoring chat. Okay, let me read chat once I'm done this. I'm almost done. Oh, a dash. What's up, a dash? Man, so many of my homies are coming out. My IRL friends that I haven't seen in forever because of COVID. Okay, I'm going to call this done for now. Typically, I add a couple more details, but I want to keep going. I want to keep like adding like low-level details, high-level details. Kind of the general block out. So now I can delete this and replace this. And now you can see if I'm just going to duplicate this, ISO left. You can kind of see this is what it might look like. So the blue, I would never choose the blue with this black. That doesn't make any sense. But for now, I think this is fine. Roy says, if the screen is black and you want reflections on it, you should make it only on the black and not on the frame. Yeah, you're right. But it's not on the frame. So the frame is like inside. This is as if there's a piece of glass on the very top that's like coming out and jutting out. SPMU liked my last video. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. It was a lot of work. I cry inside when I'm making these videos. There's just a lot of crying. There's like me in the fetal position, just in front of my desk, just crying. That's mostly how these videos get done. Okay, let me put this in a nice little position, and then I'm going to answer chat. So I'm going to say answering chat now. I'm not going to do that. You guys get it. Okay. Let me catch up with the chat because I've completely ignored you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm irresponsible. Okay. Let's go through the chat. That sounds like Minecraft, but with extra steps. Conveyor. Have you read any dictionary? Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Are you employee 3123 says Etric Games. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to answer that. Is it your death count? Also not going to answer that. I don't want to spoil anything. Let's see. Add ATVs as a transport. We currently don't have vehicles in the game. I think that'd be a huge amount of work, so I don't think it's possible. Kobe says, what are you using? I'm using Adobe Illustrator to create my art. Isometric art was so fast. Yeah, man. That's why I'm making a YouTube video, so people can enjoy the techniques that I've developed in their work. Do you find YouTube or game dev easier? Game dev is way easier for me. I mean, I've just been doing it so much longer. It's just more natural. It makes more sense to me. All of my training, both professionally and in school, was geared towards game development, project management, program management, that sort of stuff. Videos, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Like if you watch my first video, I was just fumbling, man. Whew. And it took me so long. That very first intro shot, I literally did like 16 times. I'm not kidding you. I was so nervous just to get in front of the screen and record. I was sweating. I had to take a shower after doing my intro. I was so nervous. So it's a lot easier now, thank God. But like I wanted to memorize the lines and not have to read off the screen and not just like wing it and sound goofy. So the whole thing was like really intense making my first video. And it's not even that good. Like the delivery is pretty meh. So it was quite the challenge, but it was fun. I'm getting better at it slowly. I'm starting to see why videos do well, why they do well. I'm starting to understand that. Have you decided how much the game is going to be yet? No. We're actually hiring a professional advisor to help us decide that. There's, the whole team is going to get together depending on how much content's in the game, how fun it is, that sort of thing, the market, what other competitors are doing. We need to make that decision, and it'll probably, honestly, be very last minute. It'll be like a couple weeks before the game goes out the door. So I don't know. Which engine are you using? We're using Unity. What are you making right now? Teps. Hello, new people. Thank you for coming. I'm creating an intro piece right now for our game. How old are you, sir? Should I answer that? I don't know how much private information about my life I want to give away. I kind of want to keep this. I want to keep this gap of like privacy between my YouTube channel, public facing life, and my private life. Just in case I get super famous, which is unlikely, but you never know. Because once it's on the internet, it never goes away. I don't even know if it's a secret, but I just haven't decided. So I'm not going to answer. I just haven't decided. I'm not even like worried about it. I'm not embarrassed about it or anything. I just haven't decided. Okay, so now that I'm done reading chat, it's time to ignore you guys again, and we're going to keep going and making some of these pieces. So this is now the next piece. And now we're just going to make it nice and clean looking. Oh, Etric Games asks what my social security number is. Great question. Let me just grab that for you guys. I don't have a social security number anymore. I'm Canadian. We have social insurance numbers. But I'll get that to you in a bit after I'm done this. Stay anonymous, more mysterious. Yeah. I don't think it really like changes the perception of my person that much. So I don't feel the need to give too much away. Okay. Oh, that's okay. You look 16. Thanks, man. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. When I was 16, I did not look good. I'll tell you that much. Adam knows. Adam's one of my IRL friends. He's seen me. We had a pretty big glow up phase for sure, and I think most people do. I'm a little concerned for people who don't have that ugly teen phase. I feel like you need it. You need to be humiliated a little bit by life. It humbles you a little bit to be awkward and skinny or fat or acne ridden with braces. Mine was braces and I was super skinny. I was like a scrawny little midget kid. Hydration do be important. It's true. It's very, very true. Okay, so let's see. I want to add some vents here. I really like my vents. My vents are sweet. So I'm just going to grab some of those. Maybe I'll throw a panel in here. So I pre-made this panel. I really like it. It's just got a button of like generic buttons and dials and stuff. Oh, what's up, Alone Donut? So Alone Donut, also a contractor who helps us out. Good guy. He usually get an ugly face. Yeah. If you're one of those like beautiful teenage children, yeah, the chance of you becoming an ugly adult is maybe higher. That's a very generic statement. Let's see. Sounds like Minecraft with extra steps. Okay, let's keep going. I'm trying to stay focused so I can get through this. I'm doing my absolute best. I'm trying to balance between ignoring you guys and getting work done and reading your chat. So I'm just going to throw on a panel here. Let me think. How does this look? That's wrong. Okay, I'm just going to reflect this. And that's also wrong. Is this right? That's right. There we go. That's what it should look like. I don't know what's up with these. These are wrong. And pull you up. And I'm just going to pull you up. Okay. Spacecast. Got any tips on how to make art for your games? This might be controversial, but this is what I do. So I typically try not to give advice for specific people, generic advice. I try to only give advice typically in very specific context. So if someone wants individual advice, that's what I typically do. And if I'm talking to a larger audience that's general, I'll talk about how I did something. And if it works for you, then you can apply it. But if not, then you could just ignore it. So here's what I do. I'll take a piece of art that I absolutely love and I'll straight up copy it, like verbatim. I'll post a picture of it and I will literally just copy the shit out of it. Colors, shapes, everything, because that process teaches you what the artist is thinking and how to do it. I find that is incredibly helpful. For me, that's taught me so much about how to actually make art. Because I'm self-taught, my training is in programming. So that's how I learned how to do this. And YouTube tutorials. What's up, Beta? How's it going? Welcome to the channel. We are making art right now. I'm going to add some vents here. Let's put this on top. Where does this make sense? We'll do a double vent here. Maybe at the end. This guy's sunk in, so I'm just going to change this to be a little more gray and inset. That's too dark. Copy and paste, baby. That's what's up. It's looking all right. So it's just missing one thing. So I'm just going to add a generic panel. Like a nice, thin, generic panel. It's about this big. Yeah. Oop. I'm just going to grab this. Okay, cool. How long is the stream going to be? I have no idea. I finish work in 4 hours, so probably 4 hours, I'm guessing. Usually this art does not take me... You look like you're really tired. I just have bags under my eyes. It's allergy season now, so the bags under my eyes get bigger. So I'm actually not tired. I had a great sleep. Thanks for coming by, Etra. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Okay, no! Ah! Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna make you smaller. Oh, I screwed up. Alright. Okay. What channels would you recommend for design? Gosh, it's been so long. Honestly, I don't really know. I'd have to look into it. And game dev. Oh, that's a good question. Game dev channels. Most people like Bracky's, even though he doesn't make stuff anymore. He's probably the best channel for learning. So that's who I'd recommend. And then for this one, I'm just going to add some, let's see, some insets. I like these ones. So right now, what we're doing, for those new in the chat, I'm just creating an intro scene for my game, and I'm just adding details. And it's taking a really long goddamn time because I'm learning how to read the chat and do art at the same time. Okay, cool. And I'm just adding details to this panel. Here. Maybe I'll just duplicate this. Add a new one. Yeah, nice. I like that. Cool. So look at that. Some pretty generic details, but it really spices things up and it's a lot faster. Where have you learned it yourself? Random. So Solo says, do you have any good tutorials on Illustrator? Have you learned them yourselves? Yeah, I just randomly found tutorials. I didn't follow a specific channel, if that's what you're asking. Okay, now I'm going to copy this over. Whoop. Okay, 2 details done. Check this out. ISO right. So now you can kind of see, if I just change this to the top bit, now we have a bona fide cube structure. Look at that. Gaming. What's up, Peppo? How's it going? How you doing? Okay, I'm gonna eat something real quick. A single tomato. Okay, I have a question while I'm eating. What's your most anticipated game of this year? What are you guys most excited for? Because I currently don't have one. And don't say Atrio. That doesn't count. I want to outside of Atrio. Because that's a given. If you're here, it's a given. Hell yeah, tomatoes have. Terra Invicta. I've never heard of that. What is that? Terra Invicta. Is that a game? Oh, cool. This is sweet. Okay. Space game. Lumber Mill. Dude, fuck yeah, Lumber Mill. I'm super excited for Lumber Mill. We're in a Discord together. BW Dev, but he's never let me play the game, so I'm very sad about that. Carlson's not going to get done this year. There's not a chance. I feel bad for Danny. Like, he started this project and made his first devlog, like, day 1. For a project that's probably going to take 3 years. Like, most games of that size, with just a single dude, takes about 3 years. That's how long it takes, like, just in general. But the problem is, the public doesn't know that. They're missing the behind-the-scenes context of what it takes to build a game. And as a single developer, building a game while also doing YouTube videos, like, that's so much work. That's crazy. So, he's going to get it done. It'll get done for sure. But the problem is, most people don't announce their games until they're 2 years in. And he's doing it right off the bat. So people have all these expectations that the game's going to come out in the next, like, 6 months. When realistically, no human being on Earth could ever finish a game and make it good in that short amount of time. So I feel bad for him. But maybe not that bad, because he's like the 10th most wishlisted game on Steam. Which means if he ever finishes the game and if it's good, he'll just be a bajillionaire. For sure. Well, not a bajillionaire, but he's going to do well. If the game is as good as his YouTube skills are, he's going to be so rich. Halo Infinite. Am I making a radio? No, this is sort of like a transportation line, like an assembly line for androids is what I'm making. Danny's not human. No, he's not, dude. The guy's a machine. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand how he could put out so much content as a solo. Like, I work a lot. I work like 10 to 14 hours a day, and there's just no way I could put out that much content. Like, he blows my mind. He's insane. He's an absolute madman. So what I'm doing now, Dying Light 2. I'm so excited for Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 is a super sweet game. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to add a couple more details on the second piece. This one, I'm probably going to do... let me see. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to inset this. So I'm going to take one of my inset templates, this guy. Nice. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to reshape him. Whoop. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this guy. That's about right. Okay. Cool, cool. In its third year? It's actually in its fourth year. I'm just super far behind the devlogs. Blobfish, I'm pretty sure Danny's 80% milk and 40% Norwegian. I'm pretty sure he's 100% machine. Just based on how much content he puts out. I feel super bad for him because the amount of content he puts out is beyond extraordinary and people hate on him. Like it is so impressive just how much work he gets done. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Sweet. I'm vibing with this. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So it may seem like I'm just copy and pasting, but I'm actually doing this intentionally. By keeping the same design patterns, it brings cohesiveness into everything. So everything feels consistent and together. Sorry, I'm ignoring you guys again because I just want to get a little bit further on this before I read the chat. Sealed asks, how many people do we have in our team? We're now 3. We used to be 2. We were 2 for a very, very long time. And now we're 3. So we were 2 up until about a month ago. And then we just brought someone on to help us finish the project. Okay. This is looking good. I like this. I'm vibing with this. That looks good. Okay. Object, blend, expand. Cool. I know I'm not teaching you guys anything about how to use Illustrator, but it's because I'm lazy. And it's a lot of work. What does the third person do? He's a programmer. Yeah, so we have 2 programmers. Well, technically 3. I'm also a programmer, technically. I don't do a lot of programming just because I do all the art as well. And the business side of things. There's a lot of business stuff that goes into this. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay, Julian asks, what programming language would you recommend for game dev? Is it worth going through the trouble of learning C++? It depends. It depends on what your skill level is. So if you're just learning, it doesn't matter. My personal opinion is it doesn't matter. The fundamental concepts of programming are all the same. So once you learn how to think like a programmer, that's the biggest challenge that takes the longest period of time. It doesn't matter what programming language you use unless you're using something fucking weird, like a really, really old language, like Fortran, like from the 50s and 40s. Obviously, you're not going to do that. But if you're learning like Python or C Sharp, you're just you're training your brain to think like a programmer. That's by far the most important thing, in my opinion. Once you do that, then you can switch to any programming language right now. Britch, what are you doing right now? I'm making an intro piece for my art. I know, but I've been really slow. So this is what we're trying to create right now. So I've blocked it out. And right now, I'm just creating details for this. C# is great because Unity's in C#. So you can't go wrong with C#. Holy moly, this took me... So yeah, the art, because of the chat, the art is taking me like 10 times longer than I usually take to create this. But we're getting there. We're making progress. Slowly. Very slowly. Making games in assembler. So we did that. It wasn't very fun. I could tell you right now. Wouldn't recommend it. We did it for a class in university. It's the only time that I've ever stayed up for 24 hours for an assignment in school was to make an assembler game for an assignment we had. Do you think it's better to learn Godot than Unity? I don't know. I've only done Unity. That's the only program I've ever used. So it depends, and it also depends. There's all this context. That's why I don't like giving advice. If you're looking to be professional, I wouldn't recommend Godot because it's harder to find people to work with. If the base of programmers and talented people is lower, it makes it harder to find good people to work with, right? So there's that aspect of it that you just don't think about. You know, people are always worried about like, oh, what engine? I'm more like, can I find someone who can actually help me with my projects in the future? Like if we want to grow this company to really large amounts, there's no way we could find all these people in Godot or like GameMaker. It's just not possible. So this one, I'm just going to slack. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with this one. I'm just going to pop this in here. Let's see. How's this looking? And then I'm going to add a shadow. Nice little shadow. Yeah, does that look weird? That's kind of weird. Yeah, it looks weird. I don't like that. I don't like that. Unity is so good and easy to use. Yeah, I personally have never had any problems with Unity. I've had a great time with Unity personally. So, I think all the forums of, and hate are from people who aren't really professional. I don't think it really matters. Once you learn a tool, you learn a tool. So, no slacking on the job. I know, I'm slacking. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and rip through this part. So chat, anybody who comes in that's new, it's your responsibility to fill them in with what I'm doing, because I'm gonna ignore you now for 7 minutes. I'm gonna give myself 7 minutes to create this next piece. 48.7. So here we go. I'm gonna create this last piece for this little pump bit, and then I'll talk to you guys again. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna move all this over here. These are my last two pieces. So I'm just gonna grab some templated stuff. This is what I want. I'm gonna add a bunch of little buttons here. I'm gonna add one of you. And you know what? I'm gonna add a springboard. You might like this actually. Why are you calling the game Atrio? So the main power source in the world is called the heart box, and there's a valve in the heart called the atrioventricular valve. And also it wasn't taken, which is really important. Atrio is a totally unique name. If you look it up, there's not a lot of atrios out there. Okay, check this out. You guys want to see some of the art that I've already created? I know I'm going on a massive tangent, just like total sidetrack, but I also have an art document with everything that I've ever created. And these are really sweet. I really like these. So some of this is really old, and you can see just how much better I've gotten over time. So for example, like this grav pipe here, this is the assembly line sort of conveyor belt. It's really rudimentary and basic. This is the springboard that launches stuff. This is our ore harvester. And then you can see just how much better. This is kind of really low on details. This guy is our factory. It's kind of evolved over time. So you can see how I split them up into non-isometric pieces. Our water pump, I love this thing. So you can see, this is kind of the details I'm talking about in some of my pieces. So there's like a shitload. Am I allowed to swear? Probably. There's a shitload of details in here that you can really see are nice. Alex, what's up, dude? How's it going? So, some of the stuff is sloppy. You can see some of these lines are sloppy. I'm still learning through most of this, but yeah, I really like some of these pieces that are coming together. And I think my most recent one, let's see, this guy is my most recent. So you can really see just how much more detailed this one is. So you got pieces literally going inside that are layered, so they have holes and like bigger holes, and you know, stuff's popping in and out. You know, we got these little buttons. Look how much details on these little buttons. And then, you know, these other buttons here, inside pieces, up here, sort of inlets, insets. These guys are dope. I mean, just the amount of detail in this particular piece is like probably unnecessary. But yeah, this factory is definitely really, really high quality in terms of details. Okay. Could I make a 3D model and move it for isometric view? I probably could, but this for me is a lot faster. Personally, I find this particular method is a lot faster than making 3D assets, and you just get this crispiness that you don't get in the other ones. We might consider doing 3D in other games, but for now, we've already created a method, and the whole game's like this, so it's a little too late. So yes, you could do it. I just don't know how much faster or slower 3D is, and right now it's too much of a gamble. I know, I was going to ignore you guys for 7 minutes, and then I got sidetracked. Do I have a Discord server? I do. If someone wants to link him, please do. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna focus again. Okay. So I'm just gonna... can I break this up nicely? I don't even know if I could do this. I've never done this before, but I've taken a whole unbroken down bit. It's not going to work, is it? This is not going to work. Okay, I'll have to recreate this from scratch. That's okay. Unless... no, that doesn't look right. Is there a way to do this? There might be a way to do this. I'm trying to figure out how to take this fully created piece and move it into the perspective that I want. Did I just freeze it? Uh-oh. 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 Oh, did I save everything? Uh-oh. If this crashes on me, I'm going to be very sad. But not really. I could probably recreate this a lot faster when I'm not talking to chat. But we'll see. We're just going to we're going to roll the dice here. What am I using to make it? Illustrator. Well, I was before it crashed. And now we are just waiting with bated breath to see if I'm going to have to restart. Maybe it recovered everything as well. Can we talk about the term "it's been a minute"? I don't know how I feel about it. It's so weird. Like, it's been a while makes a lot more sense, but a minute is a very short amount of time. I don't know who thought that a minute was a good representation of a long period of time. Like, as opposed to a second. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, it crashed. Okay, well, we're hooped. But if we're lucky, I'm just gonna. If we're lucky, it recovered some stuff. It auto-saved. I'm actually really surprised it crashed. You know what? It's Murphy's Law. It's cause I'm streaming right now. Everything's bound to go wrong because I'm streaming. That's why. Right, Task Manager. All right. We're restarting. Rip, boys. Rip. There's only 5 people in here. Let's see. There's way more than 5 people in here. You save this live? Yeah, I'm gonna edit it down. I mean, we're gonna maybe cut out the parts where Illustrator crashes. I think I might skip that part. But yeah. So this is my desktop. Hello. Oh, hey. Oh, we got a bunch back. Okay, we didn't lose that much. In fact, I think because I was taking so long to work on anything, and because I was chatting you guys, I don't think we lost very much. So I'm gonna save this. Okay. I'm gonna save it as new documents. Typically I would do this right, but because I'm live on stream, I have no idea. I'm just gonna save them dirty. Okay. Hey Daria, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. For those that are new, I'm creating an intro scene for our game, and it's taking a long time because it's my first time streaming, and I'm getting really distracted by chat. But that's okay. So, did I lose? I think I lost this bit, but that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna wing it. We're gonna create some stuff here. Buttons. I want lots and lots of buttons. I want a bunch of buttons. So I'm gonna create a blend here. It's really hard to see for you guys. Okay, this looks good. Object, blend, make. Object, blend. Blend options. Specified steps. I want 69. 10. Okay. These are these too big? This might be too big for my liking. Let's make them smaller. It's a little bit. Let's make them smaller. Good. Okay, that's okay. Oh no, I goofed up. I resized them incorrectly. So I want you and you to resize. See you later, Spacecast. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. For my first ever stream. Okay. Okay. This is a little bit better. This is the detail level I want. So I'm just creating little details for this piece that I want in here. Okay. I'm going to make this a tiny bit brighter. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, and then okay, cool. So a little technique that I like to use is here. I'm going to create an empty void space here. And from this, I'm going to create a springboard. So here, that looks all right. And then have one here. So I'm actually working, I'm going to create basically a springboard that's going to push the Android out from his little plug-in box. It's going to be about this long. That's about right. I like that. Nice. And for those of you that missed the very beginning, I basically was talking about all the different methods I use for creating isometric art. And this is one of them. This is how I create it. I work in sort of what's called a flat space, and then I use the SSR method, which is scale, shear, and rotate. That's a mouthful. To move it over into the proper perspective. So now I'm just creating new assets here. And I'm completely ignoring chat because I'm trying to stay focused, because for the last hour, I basically got nothing done because I was focusing exclusively on chat. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read the chat real quick here. Okay. I'm afraid to participate in a game jam because I think I'm going to waste my time for nothing. Well, it depends on, you know, where you are in life, right? We don't participate in game jams very often because, you know, we're trying to stay focused on this game and get it out the door and make it look really good. So for us, I don't think it'd be as beneficial. But if you're learning, game jams are a great way to sort of have a project that you can start and finish in a reasonable amount of time without, you know, getting affected by scope creep. So that's what I recommend to people. I like game jams. They're fun. We don't do them very often because there are a lot of, you know, we got other stuff to do. Speedrunning art. Yeah. Well, if I wasn't chatting with you guys, I'd be ripping through this. Check this out. Okay, so if I don't like the proportions of this, because of this, I could just scale this bad boy, which is super nice. Which kind of like, yeah, I mess with that. That's cool. I like that. I'm just gonna steal this color palette because I like that. And then I am going to just take this, and I want maybe a couple buttons. Make you super small. Yeah, this looks good. I'm into this. Tiny bit darker. In fact, I want you really small. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Okay, cool. So there it is. That's my little springboard section here. And I actually don't like this. I want you to be flat into the wall. Like that. Sweet. Yeah, it's not bad. I should add logic gates into our game. I would love to add logic gates inside the game. It's just, can we get it done in time is the question. I don't know. We have a lot of features that we want to add. There's just so many features that we want to add. So I'm not really sure how that fits into our priority list of stuff that we want to get done. Okay. So I want this little piece to jut in as if it's like inside and coming out. So in order to do that, I just need to line that up. And now, you need to add a little bit of shadow here. Okay, and then I'm going to set my opacity. Okay. That's not dark enough. That's not dark enough. Look at that. Now it looks like it's coming from inside. These are the details I like to add. Add more features to the feature list. I know. It's called scope creep, baby. Hey, thanks, Neo. I really appreciate it. This is my first time streaming, so we're just kind of seeing how it goes. Just kind of vibing here. All right. I'm just adding a couple more details onto my game here. That looks good. Oh, I know. This is my first time streaming Cheesy Cheeser, so I had no idea what I was doing. So I just kind of set it up, and then it was too late. By the time it went live, it was already looking like a video premiere rather than just like a video. But my next video is almost done, so I'm working on that right now. But I figured I would just try going live for the first time and see how it goes. See what it's like. Turns out it's pretty hard to get anything done while there's a chat going, but luckily the chat's kind of like slowed down a little bit, so I can just kind of focus and get what I'm done, or get what I'm trying to do done. So that's what we're doing right now, is I'm trying to put this stuff together, just adding details and the finer minutia in here. So I'm adding paneling right now into the game. For those that are new, basically I'm creating this piece right now. I've already blocked it out. And this is how far I've gotten. I've created the left side, the right side, and these top bits. And now I'm just working on this pillar. So that's where I'm at right now. Do we plan to add multiplayer? No. No. I would love to add multiplayer, but it's just too risky. I've never done it before. We already have so much work that we need to get done. I feel like if we try to do multiplayer, we'd probably fail. We'd like die from scope creep, and then the game wouldn't be good. And that's my biggest fear, is like, we don't want the game to suck, you know? So now, I think I'm just going to add some random buttons. I think buttons would be cool to this. And I'm just going to group all this together. You have an idea. Let's hear it. What you got? Hey, thanks, Said Penguin. A big fan of your game and excited for when the game is going to come out. Yeah, me too. I'm excited for the game to come out too. But yes, yeah, hopefully the game's awesome. Hopefully it reaches your expectations and exceeds them. But we just need to put in the work to get it done. Like Will You Snail. Yeah, man. Jonas is dope. He's a great developer. He makes really good videos. He's a super smart dude. I've never spoken to him, but he seems like he's a really smart guy. So right now I'm just adding details. Okay. So now, just need to frame it a little bit. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna add size scope like in Will You Snail. I don't know, it's hard to say because he's a solo developer. Things are totally different for solo developers, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we're going to run into all those issues because we have a whole team. And we can sort of get way more work done. So what, like, we're not going to be off by like a full year. There's no way. Kind of like that. It might be a bit too intense. It might detract from the actual piece itself, but we'll give it a try. Some nice paneling there. We'll add maybe a panel at the top, maybe a panel at the bottom, and then I'll add another panel here. And then I'll delete this. So this is just sort of a flat panel. Make this the same color. That way it just feels very like panel-y. It's a good one as well. Like that. What do you guys think? Is this all right? This works for me. I like this. On this side, I'm just going to do 2 panels. And then I'm just going to, I don't know, maybe I'll split it down the middle. Give it a little space here. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, now I'm done ignoring you, chat. I feel like I've gotten far enough in this. Except for I deleted this. Okay. Okay, now we have our 2 pieces. Ah! Look at that! Here we go. So now, these guys can be replaced. I'm gonna go. This is the magic part. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that springboard is huge. That thing is massive. All right. I'm just gonna make this gray. Oh, someone subscribed. Thanks so much. Boris Love subscribed. No, wait. Critical C subscribed. Cool. Okay. Okay. So this is the general structure that I am trying to go for. So I'm just gonna make this look less shitty. Just a tiny bit. I'm gonna make this like a deeper, darker red. That's good enough. Okay, so for those of you that are new, I basically am creating an intro scene for my game, and I am now kind of done the first pass of roughing this out. So let's just kind of put it into the game. What do you guys think? So I'm gonna delete this. We're done with this. This is done. And now I'm gonna go. Hey Dominic, how's it going? After I'm done this, I'm almost done putting this together. I'm gonna read chat and not ignore you guys. So check this out. This is ISO top, ISO left. Connect these bad boys. Okay, so now here we go. Now you can see in the 2 perspectives, I sort of transform them together, mash them together. And now I'm going to duplicate this so I don't fuck this up. Okay. Now we could just duplicate this bad boy. Look at that. I'm just going to make this, oh, I don't know, a different color. Something like this. Okay. Okay. This is the moment of truth. Is it actually working? And look at that. So now, let's just make the background blackish. A blackish color. So everyone can see what I'm doing. There we go. Look at that. Now does it make sense? I don't know if anyone is in the chat when I started, but what I'm doing is I'm basically roughing out the intro scene, and I'm just creating details of what this looks like. So now that I've kind of blocked everything out, these are going to be cables and cords. This is like an assembly line of our androids, which is our main character. I just want to put together kind of a rough template of what it looks like. I think some of the details are too intense. Like, for example, this should probably be closer to like that. They should be less like abrasive. But in general, I think it's okay. I think this is kind of a decent, half-decent scene. I think this is way too long, so I'll make that way, way smaller. But in general, sorry, I zoom out a lot. This is feeling good. Okay. Yeah, I will make the employee numbers different from each. They won't be the same. They'll all be different. Let me read chat. It's been a while. Do you have any hobbies outside of developing video games and making YouTube videos? I like to rock climb. I used to before the world went on lockdown. I like playing video games. Does that count? Is that a hobby? But watching a lot more TV because of COVID. Like, you just can't do anything. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are the same. Idea, you can make a trap crusher. I don't know what that is, but spelling, what she said. It's beautiful. Is there any Flutter developer? I also don't know what that means. Story mode be like. Somebody tell me what he's doing. Yeah, I'm creating art for the game. Don't forget to make employee numbers different. Okay, I'm caught up with chat. RH, how's it going? Hello, hello. How are we doing here? I think I need to take a pee break. I created this BRB idea, a place, but you need to disguise. Yes. Okay. Check this out. Wait, oh, that says starting soon. Do I even have a BRB? No. Can you guys see that? Is my chat showing starting soon? I don't have a BRB, so maybe I'll just create one that says BRB. And then make this fucking huge. The burbs. I'm just gonna create some burbs here. I hope that's confusing. I hope you guys are confused. Hell yeah. So now you know that I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be back in like less than 2 minutes. I'm back. I'm back. I'm the fastest pier in the West. How was that? Did you guys have fun without me? You guys didn't break any of my mod rules? Everyone's saying what in the chat? What's what? I'm back now. I'm making tea as well, though. So I'm going to leave you guys again. I'm irresponsible like that. All right. Cool. Now that I'm back, what should we work on next? I'm just going to... So I might not finish this bit. I just want to continue... Oh, good. They behaved. I want to continue to block out more stuff. So, for example, this here is just a little too big. Dude, tea is pog. I love tea. I'd say more than milk or orange juice, tea is by far the most pog. Wait, what's this meat men idea? Is it PG? Will you get banned? Don't type it if I'm gonna have to ban you in the chat. It sounds like a very bannable idea. Meat men. Okay, so at this point, now that I kind of have everything sort of organized and ready to go, like this is kind of my completed object here. I could delete some of this stuff. I can start to do some cleanup, which is quite nice. Like this shitty block out. This is gone. I don't need this anymore. And now I can just start to work on some of the other fun stuff. Favorite tea? Great question, Alone Donut. It's Earl Grey. I'm a classic Earl Grey guy. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We're taking a tangent. Let me grab it for you. I'm grabbing it. I'll be back in a sec. All right. This here is Caricho Gold. Caricho Gold. That's the one. It's from Kenya. Kyle actually brought me some. He went to Kenya a couple years ago, and he brought me some. And it was the best tea I've ever had. Unfortunately, if you're a tea nerd like I am, what I learned recently is the tea bags are sort of like the worst tea. They take all the scraps from like the good tea, and then they put it in the bags. So I bought, after I ran out of the stuff Kyle got me, I bought like the tea bags, and they're just not as good. I'm actually a little disappointed, but it's still one of my favorite teas. All right, what did I miss? Instant powder chalky milk is really pog. Yeah, I tried to stay away from like just incredible amounts of sugar. Chocolate milk has so much sugar. I think it might kill me. So I drink tea. Earl Grey is cardboard water, bruh. Well, all right, Adesh. Tell me what kind of tea you drink. So Adesh is an IRL friend, so he could talk shit. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Adesh. Give me the lowdown on what tea is. Tea trader. Interesting. All right. While you guys are talking about tea, I'm going to create some of this stuff. So these will be my pipe holders or cord holders. Coffee only. You would say that. Adesh. You would say that. You animal. You absolute animal. All right. So I'm slowly in the process of just replacing everything. So I'm just going to delete this and delete this. Oh, we got a subscriber. I'm British. So tell me your brewing process. So my kettle, it depends on the tea. So black tea, you can do really hot water before you steep it. Green tea has to be a little less hot. And then I think some of the finest tea, I forget. It's been a while. You typically only drink black tea. So it's typically, I have a steeper. I try to do loose leaf tea because it's higher quality. Man, where are all these subscribers coming from? What is happening? All these notifications. Licorice tea. Licorice tea? Yeah. Blue Baldwin asked what my brewing process is. So typically I have loose leaf tea. If it's black tea, I'll make it really hot, the water, typically boiling. I'll pour it in. I'll steep it for 3 minutes. What kind of tea is licorice tea? Oh, it's like a... Man, where are all these subscribers coming? This is crazy. I wish they weren't so small on my screen. I could actually read them. Holy moly, what is happening? Are we getting, like, raided or something? Anyway. I'll have to figure out my Streamlabs and stuff, because I don't really know what's going on. Because this is my first time doing it, so... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to un-ISO left. And then I'm going to straighten these out. So everything's on the same page. Sweet. Okay, cool. I drink way too much tea as well, yeah. Dude, tea is amazing. I love it. Especially if you're trying to be healthy. It's better than, you know, pop. Do you guys call it pop in where you are? Like soda? Do you call it soda? Do you call it Coke? We call it pop. I don't know what you guys call it. Also, I feel like my energy levels are going down. I've never streamed before, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But I can't tell if I'm like still talking excitedly, if I'm like bringing the hype, or if I'm like slowly like dying in terms of energy. This is crazy. I don't understand how someone like XQC can stream for like 14 hours every single day. Like consistently. Some people are just like crazy. Pepsi or Coke, that's all you call it? Interesting. Cool, so those of you that have just come in, I'm putting together like an initial scene here, and I'm just blocking out shapes before I really tune everything. I'm just trying to figure out the general structure and size of everything. Just getting everything kind of ready. I deserve more subs. Thank you. Well, it's just a matter of, you know, doing hard work, making better videos, grinding through it, and then we'll see some growth. But I'm not too worried about it. I think we'll get there. I think it'll happen. All right. Creating pillars now. More pillars. I can actually spread these out more. I might even do it more like this. Yeah. Okay, let me read the chat. We're mostly just talking about soda right now. Elmer's does not like soda. I don't typically drink a lot of soda. Pop. We call it pop. We're Canadian. That's how we do it. So I'm just gonna stick to my guns and I'm gonna call it pop. You guys can be confused, but that's okay. All right. And then I just want to create these massive pillars in the back here. Is this for Habbo Hotel? No, man. Do people actually still play that game? Go over the soundtrack in the future devlog. That's a good question. Oh, Peppo, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. For my first stream ever, getting all these people coming in, give me good questions, helping me keep the chat fueled. I do really appreciate it. It makes a big difference. So the soundtrack, Kyle right now is working on the soundtrack as we speak. So we have an audio team who lives in Vancouver. And we met with them this morning, and Kyle's basically going to work with them right now to put in some new sounds and stuff. That'd be really sweet. I'm mega excited because right now we haven't touched the sound stuff in a really long time. Yeah, Blue Baldwin. You stumble across his live feed. How is ISO art being done wrong? Yeah, so right in the very beginning. I'll give a recap because it's been so long. It's been like 2 hours. Right in the very beginning, I talked about this. But basically what's happening is most tutorials talk about working on a grid. So they create like these grid lines here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Come here. Come here. Here we go. That's not big enough. So in most tutorials, they're like, hey, use all these grid lines and build everything on a grid. Okay, there we go. They're like, hey, work on this grid. This is great. But the problem is when you're working on this grid, it's really hard to be accurate, right? You're trying to draw all these fucking lines. And then, you know, if it's off even by a little bit, it looks dumb. It looks stupid. So this new method called the SSR method basically lets you work in flat squares. And by using transformations, these are recorded actions in Illustrator. When you press the buttons, they transform them into the right perspectives. And then all of a sudden you're in isometric space. So that's what I'm doing. That's why we're creating this. Like the very first part of this video when I release it on YouTube is going to be talking about that. Do I have a release date? No, we don't have one right now. We can't commit to one. I don't want to have a Cyberpunk 2077 incident on my hands. So we're going to announce it when we're really confident we can reach that date. I'm surprised more people from the Discord aren't here. That's okay. I mean, it's kind of an art stream. I don't know how fun it is to watch someone make art. I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of trying it out. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Disguises in the game? Oof, I don't know. We'll have to see. We have so many features we want to build. We'll just have to be really careful about not adding too many things and just not finishing the game. That's my biggest concern right now. Oh snap, that is awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So now, we're just creating some background stuff. Maybe I'll make this a little bit smaller. These are like mysterious little pipe things that could be in the background. Maybe I'll drop it all the way down there. Looks a little bit better there, hey? That looks good. I like these. I'm definitely going to turn this into a speed art video. There's no way I'm releasing this for like me fumbling around for like 5 hours. Okay. Oh, your zombie never turned up? I'm sorry, like, this is my first time streaming, so I don't really know what the hell's going on. I'm trying to, like, keep track of everything. Oh, there's my live chat. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out my feed. It doesn't show who subscribes and stuff. I'm going to need a little bit of time off stream to kind of figure out everything and how this all works. Ricardo, yes. That means I draw everything front facing and then I rotate it. Yeah, it's just so much faster. It's way, way faster. Like seriously, it's crazy fast in comparison to some of the other methods. That's how I'm able to add like all these details in my scene. This would take so much longer if I didn't. And it wouldn't look as accurate as it does. It looks perfect because it is perfectly transformed. Okay, let's keep going. I want to work on this top bit now. This top bit's fun. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to un-iso left. Okay, perfect. And now this one, I'm going to oh, the transform messed up somehow. Okay. Oh, this transformation is off by just a little bit, unfortunately. That's okay. I need to redo this anyway. All right, cool. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move this over again. I know. I think I just always look tired. I'm not actually tired. I got big old bags under my eyes. Allergy season is coming up. Spring has sprung, and I'm allergic to everything outside. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Orbit. Thanks for coming to the chat. Okay. So now I'm going to clean up this scene here. I need you to behave yourself, please. Is my volume still good? Do I still sound good? Is everything good? I think I might also look tired because I was a little nervous going into this. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So this is sort of like a first for me, doing all this stuff. But probably just allergy season, let's be real. Another reaping lad, me neither, my dude. I haven't left the house in a while. That's not true. I go for walks every once in a while, but like real life interactions, definitely not a thing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine interacting with people? Oh, thanks, Neo. Yeah, we'll see. I was thinking this would be like a one-time stream just to see how it works, just to see how it goes. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I'm not nearly as productive. That's my only issue right now. Is my highest priority is getting this done, this game done in its fastest way possible. And if I'm streaming and taking a long time, it might take too long. And I'm not down with that. I want to get as much work done as humanly possible, if that makes sense. That's my goal. Okay, so this thing is 6,000 pixels long, so it's way too goddamn long. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split it. I'm going to split it into 1,000, and then I'm just going to duplicate it. So I'm only going to work in chunks of 1,000, if that makes sense. So what I'm doing, let me recap here, is I'm going to work on this top bit here. And it's really, really long, like super long. Using OBS for streaming? No, I'm using Streamlabs. So this thing is mega long. So instead, I'm just going to split it up and work on a small little chunk. And that way it makes it more manageable. And that way I can add more details and all this sort of stuff and just duplicate it. It's all about saving time. OBS is open broadcast software. It basically captures your screen and broadcasts it. I use it for recording my vlogs. But I'm using Streamlabs because Reese Geoffroy, who's another YouTuber, recommended it. And since I'm a total newbie, I listened to him. I took his recommendation seriously. Okay. Transform. Reflect. Nope. Aha, that's better. Alright, thanks, Elmerds. I'm glad you like this channel. I feel like my YouTube skills are better than my live streaming skills. Zapty, I totally ignored you. I'm sorry. What does your roadmap look like for this next year? I really want to get out my 3 years of development video first. I need to do a couple more videos first before I do that. And then we're going to do a bunch of polish. It's not very sexy, but making the game feel good to play is like a high priority for me. I definitely want to make sure it plays really well. And that's not something you can make vlogs about, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe you can, but I don't know how. So that's kind of what's on the game plan, is to make it really fun to play. Okay. I like these little bits and bobs. Alright, cool. So for these, if I'm gonna, let me think. This guy. Okay. That's wrong. That's wrong. I used to know how to do this. Oh. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this look good when I rotate it, move into its perspective of... Okay, that looks better. That's right, okay. This needs to go here. You're gonna be about... Oh, what happened? Okay. That looks good. Okay. I'm down with that. Okay. Cool. So now I'm just adding little details, fine details to this. Lore of the game. Oh, the lore of the game is secret. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why the lore of the game is secret. We're making an email list that's a story. So each email is like a piece of the story that tells the lore of the game. And I'll be announcing it at some point in the later devlog videos on how we're going to do it and what it's all about. But it's really, really good. It's super funny. And it's going to tell the whole story. So I don't really want to spoil it and talk about the lore yet. But yeah, that one's going to be hype. So right now I'm just creating more details. It's all about details. Okay, I'm caught up in chat. Sweet. So I'm just going to create a little channel here in case I want something to like slide through. That looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I think what we need now is we need this to be way smaller. I'm just going to ignoring you guys again. I'm sorry. I'm a bad host. Okay, I'm gonna do 50. Sweet. All right, that's cool. Okay. What's going on in chat? People are just talking about being boomers. Fuck yeah, boomers. Am I allowed to swear? Are there any rules? I don't know. Am I going to get banned? I don't know the rules around YouTube's live streaming. Just focus on my work. I know. I'm trying to be entertaining, but I'm also trying not to waste my entire day just talking to chat. Like we need to get a move on this. You want to be a game developer? What I would recommend, I'm not going to recommend it. I'm going to tell you what I did. I went to school for computer science. And for me, that was especially helpful. I found computer science to be a very good experience. When you cook, you cuss? Okay. Okay. So you don't get banned for that. Hog wild. I like that term. That's a funny term. Just don't swear. You can swear, don't worry. Don't worry. Victor doesn't like when I'm swearing. Okay. Victor, I will try not to swear as much. I have a tendency to swear. There's no sexual content. I can promise you there's not going to be any sexual content on here. It's not this. That's not the right time of stream. Wrong platform, too. Thoughts on Reese's? Ooh, candy. Let's talk about candy while I'm doing this. Okay, I'm going to try and multitask. I'm going to talk about candy while I'm making this. I like candy. I'm more of a chocolate guy. Yeah. But Reese's is a tough sell for me personally. It's not my go-to by any means necessary. It depends on my mood. What's the one I really, really like? Oh, Henry's good. Caramilk. Do you guys have Caramilk where you are? Because we have Caramilk, and it's one of my favorites, for sure. What do you prefer, Unreal or Unity? I've only done Unity, so I have no opinion on Unreal. That's the only thing I've done. So I can't make a recommendation on anything else. Kit Kat, yeah, I super get down with Kit Kat. Kit Kat's dope. Okay. So what I'm doing now is you can see I've just duplicated this. We're just going to see how it looks. So you'll notice when I'm creating all these assets, I go back and forth a lot. There's a lot of like back and forthing because I always want to make sure that it looks good in context, in the context of everything. So here you can see that we're going to see how this looks. I'm going to make this a little bit darker just so it contrasts. And I'm going to delete this bad boy. Now I'm just going to grab this and duplicate it. Oop. So you can see the issue right now is everything kind of blends together. I think that's an issue that I don't really like. Coffee Crisp. Adesh, you're an animal. Dog. Coffee Crisp is like the worst. That's like Sesame Snaps bad. Like, ugh. Coffee Crisp. Coffee Crisp. You're psycho. Ugh. It was the best one. It's like the worst one by far. Absolute mad lad. Okay, so this is okay. It's kind of meh. Like, I like this quite a bit. I feel like this should probably be bigger. But this here is the wrong color. It's like, it just blends in too much. So I might actually make it this color. It's just a little bit darker or brighter. Maybe a little more saturated as a top track. And then this guy can be him, but like way, way darker. This way, there's some nice contrast between the two. So you can actually distinguish the elements. Neon lights would be good. Yeah, we might add some lights at the end, but that's kind of like an end game thing. So right now, we can see from an overall look, it's not bad. Yeah, the light value will probably change as well. That's all going to be in the end. That's sort of like an end game thing. So this isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. But now we have a general sense of what we're looking for. And I think this here, I've probably made these way too long now, so I could probably tighten those up as well. But that's okay. It's not that hard. And the nice thing is, with the way I've split it up, I'm actually going to be able to duplicate all of this in one go. So I can make it as long as I want and just like continue to duplicate everything. Hello, hello. Hello to all the new people. Who said hello? Someone said hello. I don't know. I can't see it. It's gone now. What time is it for me? It's 3 p.m. Oh, Atrio, playtester, crackhead, ghost. What's up, dude? I appreciate... So, for those of you who don't know, we had a playtest this weekend. And Atrio, playtester, crackhead, ghost basically went buck wild. He went, as Alone Donut said, he went hog wild. And he played the living hell out of our game, which I really appreciate. There's some really cool stuff. I haven't had time to go through all of it because I'm streaming. But, man, he did some cool stuff in the game that I really appreciate, that I think is cool. So for those of you that are new, I'm creating a new scene, like an intro scene. This is the first thing you're going to see in the game that kind of introduces the story. These androids here are an assembly line of androids just popping off. And I'm working through kind of the basic shapes. I use a mouse. I'm working through the basic shapes to kind of get a feel for what it looks like before I really go all in and make sure everything's kind of final. So this is kind of what we're looking at. The idea is, this is kind of what I'm thinking, is this idea that all these guys kind of move along a track. They get shifted back and forth along a track. These guys are hanging, and then when they get deployed, like this little push thingy pushes them out into, I don't know if I hit anything. Let's see here. Into a little like dispensable tube that shoots them up to the surface. So they're all underground. So that's kind of what's happening right now, and I'm just kind of figuring out shapes and colors and all that sort of stuff. Did I miss anything in chat? Blobfish, what's up? Welcome back. All right, cool. Let's do some fun stuff. I want to work on this. I'm kind of tired of working on this stuff. Let's work on these giant pipe things. Giant pipe things are kind of fun. I probably should stay focused and work on this, but I don't feel like it. And I'm a man who gets to choose what he wants to do. So this is what we're working on. It's called being an adult. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So I'm going to make this kind of a gray-ish type thing. And we're going to do something kind of challenging here. Let me think. Okay. I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to rotate it this way. Sweet. So now... Can you guys hear my music, by the way? I wasn't sure if I'm transmitting music. Hey, Desh. Thanks for coming by, my man. I appreciate it. Except for your poor taste in candy. I don't appreciate that. You're an animal. Oh, so I'm rearranging some stuff. Now I'm just scaling it so it fits properly. And look at that. Cool. So, in terms of color, I want you to be just off black by a little bit. Now we have some piping and some tubing. This is close, but not that close. Okay. Hype. I'm into this. This is sweet. It's not bad. And I'm also just gonna save you. I'm gonna combine you, and then I'm gonna make this gradiented. It's not bad. Let's make it a little bit brighter. No, that's not what I wanted. Whoa. It's crazy bright. Okay. Maybe I'll just leave it. Not sure what's going on. It's acting funky. That's okay. What's happening in chat? The music is playing. Okay. Well, at least it's stream beat, so it's copyright free. I just wasn't sure. I'm playing it really quiet because I had no idea. And I'm also going to be editing this, so it's a lot like time lapsed. So I don't want to have like really hardcore, like loud music that cuts between each of my talking segments. That'd be really awkward. Yeah, Kirby. I thought I have no idea what I'm doing. Basically, is what's happening. This is my first time streaming, so I wasn't sure what I was doing when I set it all up. I just sort of winged it, and now we're here. So now we're live streaming. Okay, I'm glad it's quiet. Rug Bug, Redfern, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. I'm winging it. I'm a first timer. I'm having a good time. And that's all that matters, right? Good luck in your math test. Math is fun. Just remember, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. That's all you need to know. Got an entire degree in physics doing that. That's it. As soon as you learn that formula, you're done. Problem solved. Dave McBlame. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just creating this giant pillar. I don't know how I feel about this. This might be a bit too fat, like these lines. I kind of want something a little bit less chunky. And also kind of want some panels on the sides. So let's create a panel here. Panels work on circles if they're really small. It's kind of the only time they work. And the reason it's so faded is because it's going to be in the background. So I'm choosing colors that are really hard to see. So they look okay in the background. So these are basically, goddamn impossible to see. But that's okay. Okay, I like that. Yeah, you know what? I might get rid of this. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not a huge fan. This as well? We'll see. I might be okay with doing this if we go like way, way smaller. Whoa. Oh, you like our channel banner? Yeah. That was a fun photo shoot. Kyle and I drove out basically to the middle of nowhere. I took this photo. It was cold. Can I teach you physics? No. That life is behind me. I haven't done physics in forever. As soon as I started doing game dev, I basically gave it all up. I forgot everything. But I kept my computer science degree skills, so that's great. Math is fun, but not the tests. I agree. Tests are the least fun part about it, for sure. All right, let's create a line here. Whoop. How does that look? Yeah, I like that. It's not bad. I can mess with this. Okay. Okay. I need something else here. I need some inspiration. So one of my inspirations is inside. I really like this. I like these big fat numbers and the handles with a big door. So maybe we'll add like a door here, and add some numbers. You can see it's got chords as well, which is really nice. It's very simple, but it works really nicely. So let's do that. What's a good number? Give me a good number. 32. Great number, chat. Thanks for picking. What's a good font? Oswald's a good font for numbers. I like Oswald. All right, see you later, Spacecast. Thanks for coming by. So I'm gonna make this huge. It's gonna be a big boy. I'm gonna make this ISO left. I totally debated you. The numbers are coming in now, and I have completely debated you because I didn't look at your numbers at all. I lied to you. You've been conned. That's what the stream is. It's a con stream. Okay. So now, where do I want it? About here? Yeah, it's about right. So, type, create outlines. Okay. So here's the trick. I need to ungroup this, and this compound path doesn't look like it's going into a circle. So I'll show you what I mean. So this is the tricky part about working in isometric space. This looks wrong, right? It doesn't look like it's part of the circle. So there's all sorts of tricky techniques that you can do to make it look okay. So for example, if I take this circle here and make it really, really bright blue for you guys to see, you can see this is the actual path that it needs to follow in order for it to look realistic. This is what it needs to look like. So if I put you here, and I put you here, you'll notice that this guy actually needs to be closer to that, and this guy needs to be closer to that. So now when I take it off, it's not bad. It's a little bit closer. I would honestly fake it a little bit more, honestly, just to be even more exaggerated. And now, I mean, realistically, this guy should actually curve. And if we really, really wanted to, we could actually cheat and do a bit of a curve. It might look a little messy and sloppy, but I think that's okay. And the reality is it's going to be really faded, so I don't think it matters. But I'm just going to show you guys just so you can see the difference. Which also means this guy probably needs to change a little bit as well. So it's going to be a little sloppy. So now you can see it's just a tiny little detail that makes it look nice, but you really don't have to do it. So now I'm probably going to make this. I liked how white it was. Oh, I like that. That's really nice. I like that a lot. And I want to... Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave that there. Okay. What do I want to add? I probably just want to add some of you. TNT Builder, what's up? Kirby Super is a great way of curving text. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have a question actually for chat. So if and when we finish this game, and we will finish this game, by God, we will finish this game. This game's going to be finished. There's going to be a gap between devlogs, obviously. Like, as we're prototyping ideas and coming up with the next game, you know, assuming the game is successful and we don't go bankrupt, which I really strongly think we won't. I think this game's going to be okay. Just from me playing it, I think the game's super, super fun. I really enjoy playing it, so I think other people will really enjoy playing it. If and when the game's a success, we're going to have to figure out the next game. And in between that time, you know, we're probably going to keep it a little hush-hush just so we have a little bit of working breathing room. But I don't want to give up on the devlogs. So I'm trying to figure out, after our game comes out, what we should be doing. So here's what I was thinking, and I need your opinion. Someone asked me what my hobbies were. I also build furniture, and I'm a total noob. I'm not a super noob, but I'm not a professional cabinet maker. I can make some decent stuff. Like my desk, I made my desk. If I could move my camera, I'd show you. I made my desk, and I've made some other tables and chairs and benches. I've made a bunch of frames. I don't know if you can see some of my frames and stuff, but yeah, I've made some furniture, and I'm hopefully gonna move at some point to my own place. Would it be interesting if I did a series where I was doping out my workspace? Because it's kind of related. I'll be building a workspace, a computer desk, a streaming setup, hopefully. Is that something, because I know my channel's a gaming channel, but whatever. Game development channel. Would you guys watch that? Is that something you'd be interested in? I'm genuinely curious to know. Giving it a little bit of lag time so everyone can respond. So it says I have 46 viewers. Are there actually 46 people in here? I can't actually tell. Because that's a lot of people. Are there actually 46 people just chilling? Watching me? Or is that a collective 46 people? Over time, have 46 people tuned in the stream? Or is there actually 46 people? Which is crazy for a first stream. Sounds interesting, but personally, I wouldn't be interested. Okay, that's interesting. I would like to do one game jam. A game jam would be really fun. But, right now, obviously, it's not a priority because we're trying to, finish this goddamn game. Okay. Yeah, it'd be a different audience, but I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. I'm not that committed to growing, and I'm not worried about losing viewers because we will go back to making games because that's what we do as a professional company. But currently viewing viewers, that's a lot of people. Dude, 45? That's crazy. What's up to all you lurkers lurking in the chat? I hope you're enjoying my very unproductive art stream where I was hoping to get a lot more done, but now I'm just talking to chat. Just shooting the shit. Dion, what's up? I'm still live. I am. I've managed to make it this so far. Oh, dude, Thomas, 45 people. It recommended the stream while I'm making isometric tutorials. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, hopefully when I release a video, it'll be a lot cleaner. It'll be more concise than what I'm doing right now. What I'm building is, let me just recolor this actually. Cool. I don't know if you guys knew about this color feature. This color feature is amazing. It is a silo. It's a silo of some type. And once I'm done this, I'll explain what I'm doing because I have not been good about talking to the chat and telling them what I'm doing. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of gradient here. So I'm just gonna, this is gonna be the darker side. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. That's too far, yeah. It's probably here. Cool. I like that. You're gone, I don't want you. And then I'll maybe just make you a tiny bit brighter on this side. I want you, but I want you brighter. Should be like 12. Okay, and then I'm just gonna whoop, make you all the way to the bottom. It's not bad. I can live with this. This is a little weird, actually. I lied. I don't like that. I'm going to make it all the way up into the line so it doesn't look funky. Okay. Let's see. That's better. I like this. This is a half-decent silo. It's good enough for now. So I'm just going to clean up this. Get you out of here. And now our silo is good enough. And now I can actually talk to chat because I'm feeling like we have a handle on this. So, silo in. Sound like Gordon Ramsay. Dishes in. Mushrooms in. Tomatoes in. Okay, so all the people who are new, hello and welcome. Let me explain what I'm doing. This is sort of the time, now that I'm kind of done, an extra piece is I'm building an intro menu. This is sort of going to be the scene that you see when you log into the game for the first time. It's an assembly line of androids. So these androids are basically created very generically, and they're very disposable. And each one is being sent to the surface to do a mission, unbeknownst to you, what it is. And so I'm just trying to figure out the general shapes. Just trying to get a general idea of how it looks before I go all in on the details. Some of the details I've already added, like this employee number. I'm definitely going to clean it up, probably off stream, considering how long it's taken me. But the way I'm doing it is I'm showing off how I make the isometric art. And now we're just working on some background details. I added this like sort of cylinder pipe thing, silo-esque, whatever. This is sort of done. I'm not a huge fan of how detailed this is. I might make them like a little more subtle just because they're a little overwhelming. And I might make... I need to get rid of him. Check this out. Oh. Something's not grouped. Okay. So if I'm making an assembly line that's really, really tall and deep... I'm just gonna... Whoop. Something like that, so you can kind of see that it's just like this infinite assembly line of things, stuff and things. So now it's time for me to read chat, and now that I've explained what the hell I'm up to. Okay, what did I miss? Chance, hello. Thomas, hello. Doodlecat, hello. Dion, hello. Doodlecat again, hello. Thomas Jefferson, you enjoy my streams and devlogs. Thanks, Thomas. I enjoy your comments. So thanks for being here. Just learned about the emoji transfer. I don't know what the emoji transfer is. 5 viewers? That is so sad. You deserve more. 49, not 5. 49 is great, honestly. I think that's great. That's better than I ever expected. Mason, will you save the video? I'm going to cut it down. It's going to be like it's going to be a high quality video, hopefully, of me not just chatting, of me actually making it. I was going to record a nice time lapse, but I couldn't get to work live on stream. So I just sort of like, I'm just going to do it kind of dirty. You'll see when it's done. It shouldn't take me too long. Cutting something like this is not that terrible to do. So if you die in the game, that one android gone multiplayer. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to assume if you die in the game, yes, you get respawned as a new android. Hello, Alhamex. Did I say that right? Probably not, but that's okay. I tried, and that's what matters. Oh, this is still live. Yeah, man. I don't know what I'm doing still live. I'm going to keep going for maybe half an hour, I think. I made some good progress, but it'd be nice to actually... yes, this scene will be animated. Thank you. I'm glad you think it looks good. Will you do the next stream from the mountain? Yeah, I actually thought about it. I don't know how hard it is to set up while I'm hiking. But I definitely plan on doing some mountain climbing, which would be kind of sweet. But I just imagined it'd just be a whole bunch of like... And then me trying to talk and like... Just me like pretending to talk while the wind is like fucking blowing everyone's ears out. Can you make the conveyor go into the silos? No, that's not what's going to happen. It has to do with the game. It's very important that it doesn't go to the silos. They're deployed. I don't know where it went. Hold on, let me find this thing. Aha! Here it is. They get deployed from a little tube. It's all very like... This is what the tube looks like. I'm really proud of this tube, actually. I like this thing. This thing is sweet. So this is your dispatch tube that you get dispatched out of. So your character gets pushed into this dispatch tube, and then it boop shoots you all the way to the surface, and that's where you emerge. Sounds hard as hell. Yeah, pipes. Yeah. I'm adopting the Dr. Disrespect thing. How did I have this drawn, actually? Yeah, maybe I'll work on this. This is the next part I'm going to work on. I'm jumping all over the place. Typically, when I'm working on stuff, I'm very focused, but I think the chat is like... is really throwing me for a loop, so I'm all over the place. But typically what I do is I pick one thing, and I fix it, and then I go to the next step. So the process that I'm doing right now is close enough. I'll typically block everything out. So if you look at the beginning of the video, when I eventually post this, you'll see that I did like a really janky outline version. And then I went on details and did like kind of a general blocking of colors and shapes and stuff. Added a little bit of details just to get a feel. You'll notice that I look at it high level a lot. That's because it's really important for it to look good from a high level view, and then you can add details from a low level view. Because if it looks like poop, try not to swear for Victor, who maybe is still in the chat. If it looks like poop from the high level, it's not look good from a low level. So you'll notice me zooming in and out a ton when I'm doing this. So now let's work on this. So this already has like a buttload of detail. So I don't need to do a ton here. So this is gonna be actually really, really easy. So I'm just gonna close this off. Check this. I'm gonna do this dirty. See, I don't think anyone's gonna see this. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna make this bigger. Nice. Make sure this lines up. Cool. Dion, this game looks super cool. Can't wait for it to start playing for real. Thank you, my man. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to play it. One of the playtesters, Atrio playtester Crackhead Ghost. That's his name. He was in here. He got a chance to play it this weekend. So if you want to play the game, if you go on our Steam page, you can click request a playtest, and we're going to be running a bunch of them. Yeah. Atrio playtester Crackhead Ghost. I'm going to say it fully every time. I'm committed. I've committed myself. Might be a mistake, but I'm doing it. All right. So this is... Make sure I save. I need to save. Doodle Cat. I can't tell you. It's part of the lore, and the lore is a secret for now. I need to keep some stuff in my back pocket. If it's an animated scene, what will I do when it goes past 9,999? Good question. Just add another number to the end. That's pretty easy. There's a lot of space here. There's enough space. I can easily change that. That's not a big deal. It would be cool to learn about the heart. My man, you will. When you play the game, you will definitely learn about the heart. Kelp Cow, thank you so much. If you want to join, yeah, on the Steam page, just join. click that playtest button, and then you should be good to go. Okay. There's a lot of like dark blacks in this scene, and I think that's okay. We'll have to see, but I'm gonna stick with it for now. Everything is gray, which is kind of what I'm going for because I really want this guy to stand out with this red. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Okay, how does this look? This ain't bad. Okay, cool. Another cool technique that I learned is when you have shapes like this, you can actually just flip them. And bada bing, bada boom, you don't have to actually do the full transformation stuff. I'm just gonna line this up there, and then I can just brighten him. I'm gonna do this from the top as well. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And we have a dispensary tube. Normally I'd probably spend a little more time adding details and stuff, but I just want to block it out. Just so it looks okay. So these two, I'm going to make them white. And I'm going to set its opacity to maybe 3%. This one will be, this one's going to be brighter. You're going to be like 10%. And then in here, okay, you'll notice I'm doing it extra dirty, and that's okay, because I just want to get a feel for the details that I want to add in here. Look at this, it's horrendous. Dear Lord. Okay. And then in here, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like glass. And the way to do it is you make this bright white, and then you just change the opacity down a little bit. And then voila, looks like glass. It's a little bit hard to see. And I might do a small little pillar here. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. It looks like this. Kind of nasty. Okay, what did I miss? I ignored you guys. So there's manufactured and deployed from the tube from a spaceship. That one's a secret. Can't tell you. When you started the game, did you first start like the base game and then build a story on top of that, or did you first come up with a story? We had an original story and then we completely changed it. We actually hired a writer. He's in university right now, and he's trying to finish up his degree. I basically wrote this story that's completely changed now, and so everything was kind of based on that. But the gameplay itself is pretty independent, so I wasn't super worried. I'll tell you the story that we originally had, and we've completely scrapped. Because obviously it's not going to spoil anything because it's totally different. Our original idea was you're this guy in this post-apocalyptic world who is like a mad scientist, and your wife has passed away and you're grieving. But you somehow managed to store her consciousness in like a piece of machinery that ends up being the heart box. And then as you upgrade it, she slowly comes into consciousness. And then, your whole goal is to try and bring her back to life. And then by the end, right, you do all sorts of crazy stuff to get her alive. But then it turns out like she's not happy being alive. Like you've done some like nasty stuff and she's not fully alive. So you have to choose between like living and keeping her alive. But if you do that, like she's going to be unhappy. Or, you kill her, but then your whole power source goes out, which means you're basically going to die. But that was a little too morbid. and it ended up being pretty generic and wasn't like that great. But the idea was like each piece of the heart box that you upgrade is like a piece of the human body. So we were gonna have like eyes and ears and like the nose box and stuff like that. But things changed and we just came up with a different idea. So that was, it was a cool idea. But I really like what we've come up with now. It's different. It's very different. It's definitely not nearly as morbid. I'll tell you that much. So we chose a less morbid route to go to. I think you guys will like this new story. It's more fun. It's a lot more fun. It's just fun. Price, don't know yet. I've talked about this a couple times, but basically, we're gonna work with a team to come up with a good price, because the success of your game really depends on the price choice. It's very important you choose the right price, and it's probably gonna depend on the amount of content we add, whole bunch of different factors. Okay. So this is the general tube. I didn't do a really bang up job. I just kind of want to block it out. I'm going to replace everything first, like after I add it. But now it's kind of good to go. At least I should make sure that I've grouped everything nicely. Okay. Okay. We're looking all right. Okay, I think it pushed, but was the robot good at fist or no? Not sure what that means. That actually, oh, people thought it was interesting. Yeah. Okay. I never know what I read and what I haven't read. All right, I need to take another pee break. I'm drinking a lot of tea. I haven't been paying attention. BRB. I'm just gonna duplicate this 100 times. I like doing this. BRB. Oh. Let's just pick this one. You guys get it. I'll be back in a sec. Don't go anywhere. Or go anywhere. It doesn't matter. Just know Astro's watching. So don't misbehave. You'll get banned. Watching. Okay, I'm back. All right, I'm gonna read the chat. I haven't eaten lunch yet, and it's 4 p.m. So I'm gonna eat this muffin. Hopefully, I don't want to make this like an ASMR stream, so I'm just gonna move the mic away a little bit. Let me know if you can hear like my eating. Hopefully, you can't that bad. And I'm gonna read chat as well. So. Normally, I don't eat muffins for lunch, but this is a one-time thing, so I'm gonna try it. Mukbang time, yeah. Earl Grey blueberry. I also have some almonds here. If a computer can run Minecraft, can it run this? You know, honestly, I don't really know. We're gonna have to test it and see. My computer's pretty fast, if I'm being honest with you, so I'm not actually sure. Performance-wise, how it does on really poor, bad computers. But we will be optimizing it quite a bit in the coming months. How do you speak in your videos? I'm not sure what that means. All right. How do you speak in your videos? Like talking wise? Oh, you need a mic. Yeah, you need a mic. Yeah. There's a lot of good YouTube tutorials on how to like make videos and stuff for basic beginners. I would just look that up. Whew. I feel good now. It was a good muffin. Okay. Space Potato, Spudnik. Windows G. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm just going to fade this out a little bit. No, it's not going to work. Okay. Let's finish off some of these pipes here. I'm probably only going to stream for another 15 minutes so I can actually like focus and get some stuff done because I need to actually get this done sooner rather than later. I might even stop here and then do some animation work just so we have something. And then I'll come back and redo everything in sort of higher quality. But for now, let's finish off these totem poles here. I was actually going to add cords and cables that run in and sort of like plug in here, but I think we'll leave that for now. You know, they would kind of look like this here. Running along here. We'll have some plugins and stuff, but yeah, I think I want to finish this first. So let's move over here. All right. We've been streaming for 3 hours. That's crazy. How do people stream for 8 hours every day? That is beyond insane. For all the lurkers in chat, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I know I am. It's been kind of a fun, brand new experience for me. So I'm just glad you guys are all here, enjoying me struggling to make art in front of a live audience. So first I'm just going to add some shadows. Then I'm going to change some values to make it a little bit darker. Looks all right to me. And I'm just going to steal one of you. I'm just going to whoop. Nice. Pop you here. Oh. Okay. Might take this out. It's not bad. This here might be a little too harsh, but that's okay. Maybe if I take this, make it a tiny bit closer to this. Make you a little bit brighter. Make it a little too dark. Do you guys like that? It kind of looks like poop, don't you think? I might just do a gradient. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty poopy. I don't like this. We're getting rid of it. But I'm going to keep the colors. That's better. I like that more. Illustrator does this thing where it sort of like cuts them into pieces, but it's still better. It's better than before. Can you add a Carlson Easter egg? If I knew Danny, I would, but I don't know him. So I feel like it'd be weird. I feel like it'd be like imitating him or like trying to fanboy on him when I don't really know him. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know if I vibe with that. If he was like a homie, I would, but he's not, so. Ooh, I like that. I like that. What do you guys think? Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to recolor this. Is the music anxiety inducing? You don't like lo-fi chill hop? Crazy Ed, hello. Just put milk in the game. I actually have, maybe right before I wrap up stream, I have a bunch of items I've already created that are kind of fun that I'll show you guys. Because I think that's really fun. I'm happy with this. I don't think it needs to be too detailed. I think, you know, for this background stuff, I'm just going to have it like this. Maybe I'll add maybe one panel from here. I think it's fine. This is cool. I like this. I'll just brighten this up a little bit so it stands out. That's not bad. I can mess with this. What do you guys think? And then maybe I will create a font. This is 32A. 32A. I'll make it, I don't know, 50. It's a little bit smaller. I'll put it at the bottom here. Make it a little bit bigger. So do 75. And then I'm gonna outline type. Create outlines. And then we're just gonna line everything up. Nothing to it. Even with it just a tiny bit of tweaking. That's all it takes. It looks a little off. Okay. Not bad. Not bad, actually. All things considered. I'm just going to make it a little bit lighter. Or fainter, sorry. Oh. Huh. I don't know what happened to you or how you went rogue, but somehow I need you. I don't know, you're tripping. Illustrator's losing his mind on me. Okay, there we go. I have no idea what happened to you. What is this? I'll fix you later. I will fix you later. Something went horribly wrong, chat, with my art. And now there's all these funky lines everywhere. Okay, we're just gonna delete it. It's fine. Oh, you're still grouped. What is happening? Oh, I see. You want lower? I know. I'm gonna tease. I'm gonna continually not tell you. Yeah, don't you want the Astro lore? Trust me, some mighty fine lore. Okay, cool. Look at all these pipes. So much fun. Look at all this fun we're having, chat. Aren't you having fun? I hope you're having fun. There we go. These pipes ain't bad. I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter. Too light. Too light. Cool. Okay. I think we've gone far enough, and it's almost 4 o'clock for me. So I've been streaming for almost 3.5 hours. I think. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is why don't we take a little bit of a tour of some of the other art I've created. So I'm going to stop recording. Hopefully that saved. I'd be very sad if that didn't save. And I'm gonna read the chat. If you guys have any questions, now's the time because I'm no longer working on this. I'm gonna take a break. I hid the silo pipes. The silo pipes are still here, but they're just in the background. Now I'm just going to show off some of the stuff I've created. I'm going to save this. But yeah, let's kind of walk through some of the cool stuff that I've created over the past couple of years. So, this guy, it's not in the game, but I thought this was super funny. In order to capture creatures, I wanted to create this item that like punches them out. So I created this like boxing glove type thing. These are all my experiments. So you like step on this like activated trap, and then the boxing glove like comes out and just like knocks you out. Don't know if it's gonna make it into the game. Will it be continually updated similarly to Minecraft, or get small updates, maybe bug fixes after the release? It depends. If the game is really successful, I basically want to continue to make the game. But if it's not successful, then financially it doesn't make sense, right? Is translation implemented? It is not. Will we translate? Yes. I definitely plan on translating it. I don't speak any other languages, but for sure French. Our newest hire, Francois, is French, so we're going to make sure it's in French for sure. That's probably going to be the first language we translate it to. These guys are gates. Now, this is a bit of a sneak peek preview. This is one of the dopest The dopest parts of the game is these little walls. Hopefully in not this next video, but the next one after that, you'll see them. Bad jokes in the game. Yeah. Oh yeah. We got jokes. It's all part of the lore, which I'm not going to tell you about. How do you animate your art? Which software do you use? How do you approach the process in general? Two things. I animate in Unity for all the basic pieces, and then for characters we use Spine 2D. It's a software that you have to buy. Banned games. You can help with Hungarian. Sweet. Yeah. So we haven't figured out the whole process yet, but you know, when we translate, we're gonna have people sort of validate that the translations are good. So that'll be dope. Beehives. I like this. So this idea of having bees in the game. So I created this bee box, and so you can tell when it's filled with bees. When it's 3 bees, then it's full. I did this hexagon pattern. I really like this. I really like this design. This design is fresh. It's simple, it's clean, but it looks good. I'm really happy with this one. What else we got here? What else we got? Classic light bulbs. Our scrap chest. So this is the chest. I'm really happy with this one. Basically what happens is when it fills, there's a bar that shows you how full it is. I think it's a really good design. I'm happy with that one. I showed this off before. This is our electronics factory. But just to show you the level of detail that went into this one, like I have this exploded view where all the pieces are like separated. So you can see how many freaking pieces went into this thing. That one's hype. Let me show you some props. Props. A B movie reference. I don't want to get sued, man. I don't know if I could put a B movie reference in there. Wish I could find an indie group that's good at art so I can code for them in free time. That would be so dope. Yeah, it's hard to find good artists. Finding good people in general is really a lot of work. Can you make like everything have hazard black and yellow stripes? I like that. Only if it makes sense. Would love to play it in German, Laura. Yeah. German. So we have a list of the most popular languages, and we're just going to work from top to bottom, minus French. I don't know how popular French is, but because someone on our team speaks French, it's going to be the first one because that way we can validate everything. So that's going to be the first one we do. And then I think German is really high up on that list because it's really popular. So these are some old items that I created, like this teleportation guy. You could see how sloppy the work is. Like they don't rotate correctly around this guy. So this design is like mega old. You could just see doesn't have any details. There's no like stuff on top. It just looks kind of flat. So you could see just how much I've improved. The B missile launcher. B madness. Are you going to add the screaming spiders? 100%. 100%. It was a really, really good design. This old one of like storage of liquids, like generic unknown liquids. This guy's going to go in it. So I don't know if you've seen the other vlog where I designed like a solar panel guy. and then like 6 months later, Kyle and I are sitting down and we were like, wait a second. The whole game, like the premise of the game is you're in this world of darkness. Like a solar panel dog makes absolutely no goddamn sense. Like what did we just do? And I spent so long on this dude because I had no idea what I was doing. I was like learning at the time. So when you're learning, things take like 5 times longer. So this whole solar panel dude took me like 2 days to make. It would take me way less time now, but yeah, so I'm going to repurpose him. Instead of removing him, this dude named Cyprine, who posted this eons ago, he said I should put it just kind of like decrepit, broken down, covered in like vines and stuff. So I think I'm going to put that in. You could just like break him down for metal. Next egg vlog is soonish. Most of it's done actually. Bottom looks like cheese. Yeah, dude. Yeah. His bottom looks like cheese for sure. What else do we got? Old designs. Look at all these old designs. Look at this old tree. This tree looks like poop. It's kind of cool. It's got good shapes and stuff, but I stole it from something else, so it's not making it. Rebuild doggo for pet. Maybe. Just like a totally useless pet that doesn't do anything. Lunar power panels. Interesting. Rip the Solar Dog. Jeff Vandergraaf. My dude. Another IRL friend. What's up, my man? How you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. What if they're... Yeah, we're caught up. I'm from Germany. Waited the whole day for this live stream. It's 12 a.m. right now. Yeah, you got to see. I'm almost done, so I'm going to rip through this for you. These are my favorite. I did this a long time ago, so I'm really impressed with myself because I was inexperienced, but this just came together so nicely. Mostly when you look at them repeated. So when I create them, they look like cubes. So if you kind of zoom out, it has this sort of like illusion effect to them. And they're inspired by the guy who made the concept art for Sleeping Beauty, which is back in the 50s. Ivan Earl is his name. Look him up. He makes some crazy psychedelic art. He's old. I think he's dead now, but really, really, really cool. Super, super cool. What else we got here? The pod dispatch that I was working on today, the animation for this is hype. It's super cool. And it has a ton of pieces. You can just see how many pieces it has. I don't want to spoil it. I won't show the animation. But I also created... I had this idea. We were talking about like being able to dope out your base. So I was just exploring ideas. Typically, I do idea exploring like after work hours. And I was like... Because of our profile picture... Let me pull this up. Let me find this for you guys. This is one of my favorite photos. Me and Kyle, we went out into the middle of nowhere mountains and we brought a water cooler. This is my favorite photo. This is so funny. We're out like on a frozen lake. We brought a water cooler and we took these photos. So I figured I'd throw in a water cooler because that's funny. And then, I don't know if we're just going to make it in, but the sacred historic text from before the wipe. This is all just like, this is not actually canon. I just made this up. But I thought it'd be funny if like, you know, that you discovered this after some post-apocalyptic sort of like, you know, complete catastrophe. And like the Bible, you know how the Bible, they have those like little whatever. I'm not super religious, so I don't know all the context around this. But those stone tablets, like the 10 Commandments, if you came across like live, laugh, and love, and you thought those were like something like the 10 Commandments, that's pretty funny. You could just like dope this out. Dope out your base with all these like important texts. Live, laugh, love. Sunflowers. I thought that was kind of fun. Easter eggs, baby. Robodog should be used for power, like powering things up. My man, we already got a creature for that. I can't show him off. But we got one already that's fully designed. What else do we have? I actually can't show him off. So this is the guy that you plug in for power. An old design like this one. We got gates. We got lampposts. These are old lamppost designs. What else do we have? Yeah. I think that's everything on the props. How much more can I show? I'm trying not to show too much. I'm trying to be careful about what I show. Let's see. I will show one more thing that I don't think anybody outside of my Discord has seen. I've kind of kept it close to the chest. How easy will a game be to mod? Honestly, I have no idea. We're such a small team that modding is such a low priority because realistically, we've never released a full game. So our entire goal is to make sure the game doesn't suck. Because if the game sucks, no one's going to want to mod anyway, realistically, right? So in terms of priority, it's less features. It just needs to work great. That's the top priority. And then if the game blows up, obviously we want to expand greatly and make it better in every way. I'm using Illustrator, right? Yes, I am. It rings whenever you get noticed. You should make a robot sentinel with an alarm clock head, and it should ring whenever you get noticed. That's a crazy idea. I already got a bunch of creatures planned. It's hard for me to take suggestions because the devlogs are a full year behind. So the context that you guys have is so different from what we have because we've built so much more of the game. And so it's hard to take in suggestions because like what you guys are seeing, just imagine giving that feedback and then having a year to work on stuff, things have changed a lot, if that makes sense. Okay. Are you going to add armor? I don't know. We don't know about armor. Hey, Yasin, thank you so much. Longboy disguises as a lamp, jumps and scares you. Oh, yeah. If you watch our teaser trailer, there's a creature in there who tricks you. We haven't put him into the game. He hasn't made it into the game yet, but hopefully he will. All right, check this out. This is the only thing I'm going to show, and then I'm going to call it. This is one of the concept arts I'm really proud of. This is the bulb man that you find in the world. He took a long time for me to make, but yeah, he's pretty sweet. He's got a lot of detail in there. Not a ton. I could probably add more detail, but I think he's good enough for now. Yeah. Astro's probably seen him because he's always in the Discord. My man. Assuming you're a man. I don't actually know, but that's okay. My man is just a generalization of a person. We all know that. I'm not putting a gender on you. It's like saying guys to address a group of people. It's now become common vernacular. Yeah, so this guy's dope. I'm really proud of this drawing from like a top level view. He looks really, really good. Okay. Well, I think it's 4 o'clock, and I need some focus time to get through this. And I also need to probably answer business emails and stuff that I've been neglecting all day. So I think I'm going to call it. This was a fun stream. I like showing off my stuff. It's definitely a lot harder to get art done with a chat watching me, but I think it's important. I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see how it goes, and I think I had fun. How often I'm going to do it, I don't know. Mostly because I try and be as efficient as possible. And yeah, that's a priority for me. Plus these devlogs. Yeah, the Punk Monk is amazing. Like, there's no question the Punk Monk is by far the best. I actually collaborated with a guy. His name is Mark Oliver, who is super amazing. Mark Oliver art. Let me find his stuff. Before I go, you need to see Mark Oliver. He's so good. Damn, look at this. So I found him. He was kind of an inspiration for all this stuff. Look at this art, my dudes. Isn't that so good? He's so good, man. So he was one of the dudes who taught me this isometric art method. Let's see some of my favorites. This one. This one's one of my favorites. Look at that. Look how clean that is. Yeah. So, look at that. Look at all this detail. Isn't that crazy? It looks so good. It's amazing. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the stream. You know, I'll think on it as to if I'm going to stream some more. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I haven't decided. I'll talk to the team, see what they think, but I definitely don't want to like slow down my process. I want to get more done. My priority right now is just to crush out content so we're ready to release. Not in let you snail timeline. Will you snail timeline? I don't want to delay it a year. That may be crazy. So this was fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And you're going to see the next devlog soon. Soon, TM. When it's done, it'll be done, and I'll post it. But it's a gooder. I'm really happy with it. Some people in the Discord have seen it, and they thought it was really good, so that's good. I got some good feedback on this one. I'm slowly learning. I'm slowly getting better. So with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the future. Stay tuned for the next devlog. And remember, don't type penis in chat because YouTube bans you. They shadow ban your ass. So anytime I make PP jokes, don't comment that. All right. See you guys later.